Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
You can hear me. Oh, cool. What would you like me to refer to you as? King Anime Review? Anime Review King?
Um, sure.
Which one?
Uh, it, I guess King. Well, you can do my full YouTube name, King Anime. I mean, well, if it's easier, you can go King.
Okay, cool. So you reached out to me for context. You said in a couple of my videos, debate me, and then I asked what your proposition was, and you said there's nothing wrong with killing animals for food. Is that correct?
Um, yes.
Yes. Okay. So you are stating there's nothing wrong for with killing animals for food. So why do you say that?
Um, well, I was going to ask you, why do you think there is something wrong with? I mean, I got reasons, but I wanted to hear yours first.
Oh, so it's not really a debate then, because you well, that's why I asked you what your proposition was. I was assuming you would then defend the idea that there's nothing wrong with
Okay.
killing animals for food.
Well, I mean, so
How about I just ask you some questions just to see where you stand on other things? Would
well,
that be all right?
I mean, I could. I mean, so my real part. I mean, well, technically, I could do that, but I prefer to let you answer. I mean, because if I give my reason, it's gonna go off into stuff that don't have to do with veganism or that type of stuff. So I was wondering. So I mean, I guess the proposition for like this debate would be vegans can't defend. They can't have a logical. I mean, they can't logically defend the moral. There's no. They don't provide consistent moral arguments
They can't
for.
logically defend what? Sorry.
Um, they can't provide uh consistent arguments to prove that's morally wrong to kill animals
So they can't logically defend the position that it's wrong to kill animals. Okay.
consistently. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't be consistent.
Yeah. So yeah, that's consistent to kill animals. Okay. So, can I just ask, is this for all animals? Do you believe that it would be wrong to kill humans for food?
Humans are not animals.
Sorry, humans are not animals.
No, we're not.
We are Homo sapiens. We are a mammal.
I don't believe in evolution, but um,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
but
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's exclude that then, because that's a whole different thing.
yeah, that's what I was
So
saying. Well,
you
if I gave a reasoning, it'll go off into a different.
yeah, we
So
can
my question
no,
my
we can
question would
hang on.
be
Sorry. We can ignore that entirely. So just to check, excluding the human animal because you don't believe that they are animals, and to not get into that conversation, do you believe that this is the case for every other animal? So chimpanzee, giraffe, dog, cat, capybara, every animal on the planet, not human, you can kill them for food, and that's justified morally.
the way you phrased it was wrong. I wouldn't say every other animal because once again,
Okay,
humans are not animals.
ignore
Yeah.
that. Ignore that. So every animal, and we're not talking about humans because you don't believe they are animals. I do believe they are animals, but so in my phrasing, I do believe they're animals. But do you
Where'd
believe
you get that?
uh, do you believe that every animal, it's justified to kill them for food? Every single one: dogs, cats, chickens, pigs, capybaras, hippos, orangutans, all of them. That's all justified.
Yes.
You do. Okay. And so what's the argument for that?
Well, so like I said, I could give reasoning, but it's gonna go off into stuff that don't have nothing to do with like
Just
it's basically gonna go off into like religion and stuff.
well,
But
just you can go
uh,
into religion. What provide the reason. What's the argument for it?
all right, so it comes from, all right. So let me go to the Bible verse here. So I'm a Christian, and yeah. So Genesis 9. It says, every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is its blood. So you can't, eat animals while they still are, basically while they still have their blood in it, while they're alive. And for your lifeblood, I will require a reckoning. From the beast I will require it, and from man, from his fellow man, I will require a reckoning for the life of man. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his image. In his own image. So the point here is, this is why I said, and I can go back earlier in Genesis because it further explains this. But this is why I said that humans are not animals, because we're a completely different life form created in the image of God. So there's clearly a separation. You can't kill humans. You can't kill humans for food or eat humans. And we're not animals. We're a completely different life form created in the image of God, which is why the reasoning right there is for man was created in God's own image.
So basically, anything that in the Bible it permits is morally justified.
So
So
you have to understand. So wait. Wait. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, this is
You gotta
why I
understand.
don't know why people appeal to the Bible for like moral,
Well,
or towards
see. Look, see. That's
individuals.
why I asked you, because you wanted me to give a reason. I told you it would be better if you started off with your reasons, because then we don't have to even get into religion
Well,
at
we
all.
would still
But
have to get there because your
no,
fundamental
not
base.
really, not really,
Well,
because I'll just tell you why your reason was wrong
yeah, with
without
God
going
though,
into religious argument. Without even have to use religion, I could just tell you why your
yeah, go on then.
reasoning was
Oh,
wrong.
go on then. Do it without religion
Okay, so
right
so
now.
tell me, so I gave my reason. Tell me why you think it's wrong to. Tell me why you think it's morally wrong to kill
No,
animals.
you just said you could say I'm wrong without using religion. So can you do it now? Just because you said that
No,
you're.
I'm saying based off of what you would say, based off of, because I already heard all of the popular
Yeah, well, you
vegan,
just
and including, and I've seen your debates as well.
right, King.
I commented on one of
King,
your
right,
debates. So
King. This is only like, hang on. You've come to me, said debate me. You've given me a proposition, so it's up to you to defend it. Unfortunately, you've put yourself in a position where I'm asking you what you believe, and you have to defend it. So you're telling me that we can't logically defend the position that it's wrong to kill animals, and you said you can do it without religion. So can you now do it?
yeah, the proof for that would be you not logically defending it right now.
Wait.
I just asked you what's your reasoning. I just
What?
asked you what your reasoning.
No. Right, King.
Yeah.
No. Let's lay this out. You've come to me before you've even heard what I've said and made the claim that it can't logically be defended, that it's wrong to kill animals. But you haven't heard what I've said, so how can you even make that claim anyway? So
That's false.
how?
Wait, hold on. That's false. I have heard what you said. I literally
Okay,
commented.
then say it.
I asked you for a debate
Okay,
I believe that was your previous debate.
then
So
comment.
yeah,
Then
basically it's basically.
King. Then make the argument.
So you want me to take what you said in your previous debate
Well, there's
and
you
tell you
came
why it's
to
wrong?
King. You came to me saying you wanted to debate me, and then
Yeah.
and you've made a proposition, and then you're like, oh, tell me what you think. Well, you said you already know, so just tell me and make the
Well,
argument. What is this?
so I asked you, and I told you when I got here. I basically changed what the proposition
You
from
changed
was.
you've changed the
Yeah.
proposition, which I've permitted. Okay, but now you've made the proposition and make the argument. How can you defend how we can't logically defend the position that it's wrong to kill animals? And when you
Okay. All right. All right.
without using
I'll say
religion,
this.
you
So
said okay.
okay. So there's no. I'll just put it like this. There's no logically consistent argument for it being morally wrong to kill animals
It,
for food.
what do you mean by that? Please expand.
So nothing you say that I've heard any vegan say, and I'm pretty confident that you won't be able to say anything now that would make it logically that would be logically consistent with the notion that it's morally wrong to kill animals. If you want me to provide some examples, I could. But
I don't know how you're passing this
okay,
out. I
so
don't know
I'll
what you
provide it.
mean.
I'll provide it.
Yeah,
I'll
give me
probably
an
provide
example.
an example.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't even need to use religion either. So
Yeah, because
um,
yeah, you said don't you can do it
so
without
first of
religion.
all,
So yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna get started. So howstuffworks.com, and basically I found it's plenty of evidence online, but plants have plants can feel, and let me just
Wait. What are you saying? Plants feel pain?
or wait, hold on. Let me look. I'm about to read this. So
No.
uh,
Oh
from
my god.
some
Oh no.
researchers,
Oh no.
evidence of these complex communication systems
Oh no.
emit noises
Oh
via
fucking
gas
no.
when is distressed.
Wait. Before, do you believe that plants are sentient?
Um,
Yes or no? Just yes or no.
as far as they can feel pain,
Well, that's yeah.
signals that plants feel pain. Yeah, I'm seeing evidence that
Right. No.
feels pain.
Show me what you're looking at right now, please. You can put it
Want
in
me to
the.
share my screen with you?
No, you can just put it in the Google Meet chat. You see the comment.
Okay. In a
Can I
Google
just
Meet
ask?
chat.
And this is going to sound like really rude, and I'm sorry that it's going to sound rude, but are you being serious with me right now? Like, do
Yes,
you
that
genuinely
plants
think
can
plants
feel
feel pain?
pain.
You
It's basically. I mean, well, let me read it's the full paragraph explains. So I already read some of it. So signals that plants can feel pain.
so this is an article.
Wait,
This is a like an article online. Okay, so let's just
what do
see
you
what it
mean? This is an
says.
article online.
Yeah. That I'm just telling people who they're watching right now. Um,
Yeah, this is an article online. What are you talking about?
yeah. What do you mean?
Okay, in the paragraph I was looking at,
Yeah.
go down to where it said the source Poland. Poland. So others argue that there cannot be pain without a
Where are you
brain.
looking? Sorry, what source?
So let me see. So it's for the paragraph I'm looking at, the source is Poland, Pollan, and
Can you just
it's
read out? Oh, okay. So for some researchers, evidence of these complex communication systems is that bit? Is it that bit, King?
oh yeah. The complex communication systems, and then emit when distress signal
So the
that plants feel pain.
got you.
Other yeah,
There's nowhere here like look. All it's saying here is that there are some researchers that think it's evidence, that signals that plants feel pain. Others argue there cannot be pain without a brain to register the feelings. Still more scientists surmise that plants can exhibit intelligent behavior without possessing a brain or conscious awareness. So they're saying they can exhibit intelligent behavior without being conscious, so sentient, like a computer can be intelligent, exhibit intelligent behavior without being sentient. This is a completely different conversation. And then the source is scientists debate a new way of understanding flora. So scientists are debating. There's no consensus on plant sentience or consciousness. So why are you using this?
but okay. So I'm using this because they have uh, so they're alive. They have
Oh yeah, no,
communication systems.
they're
Yeah.
alive. They're alive, but they're not
Well,
sentient.
that's what
Yeah.
they're deemed. They're deemed to be alive and complex communication system. Have you heard like when you cut grass or something, the other grass, basically, you know, feel that and the point is that they feel it.
Yeah,
Because if they didn't feel
So,
it, they wouldn't be able to
okay,
react to it,
King.
right?
So a computer will warn you when it's overheating and stop itself so that it doesn't
Uh,
like get destroyed. Does it feel
wait, hold
itself?
on. I don't think. Wait, hold on. I don't think it's this comparable to a computer because when you have you heard of like when when you cut grass, right? The other grass let the grass know that it's being cut.
Yeah, when you type into a computer, if I hit the G key, there will be a G that appears on screen. It's communicating to the signals of the monitor, like what I'm commanding it to do. That doesn't tell you that, oh yeah, no, they are sentient.
Well, first of all, I wasn't getting the basis for my argument is not that you need to be sentient in order for it to be wrong, morally wrong to kill an animal. Human beings are different, but the point is that
Yeah, let's
these
get to the point. Yeah.
okay, so that's one thing. This is now I got to add multiple things together. This would be a lot easier if you just told me why you think it was morally wrong to kill animals. This would be a lot easier. But so that's one thing. We've already
Okay, yeah,
established that.
okay. Let me just tell you, they're sentient beings, so they're having a subjective experience.
Okay,
Pain
thank
is.
you, thank you,
Hold on,
thank you.
King. Let me finish. They are
Okay.
they're having their own subjective experience. So then things like pain is a bad experience for them, and typically pleasure is going to be a good experience for them. So yeah. So what does this relate to? Not being able to provide a consistent argument.
Okay, so that argument right there was inconsistent. I'm gonna explain why. So thank you for
Wait.
finding
So you're going to explain now that plants feel pain and therefore it's inconsistent or they're
are you
sentient.
gonna let me explain? Are you
I
gonna let me
really hope you're not
respond?
going to tell me that plants are sentient.
Okay, I'm not gonna. So basically, I'm gonna respond to what you just said. Um, so he says basically, you think it's morally wrong because they can feel pain, correct?
That
All right. So
because they're
here's the
sentient.
problem with that. Here's the
Because
moral
they're sentient. Yes.
inconsistency. The moral inconsistency. I mean the
I can't wait.
inconsistency with that moral
Yeah,
argument.
okay.
So if we applied this to humans, certain humans wouldn't fit this category. For example, there's a disease called. Wait, let me get. Wait, hold on. There's a where's the CIP. So basically, you can't feel pain with this disease. And then on top of that, there's people who are
Yeah, no,
in
hang on,
comas.
hang on, King. Again, though,
Are you just gonna keep
no,
interrupting
yeah,
me,
I am
or
because
what?
it's important because you just said, oh, they can't feel pain, right? I think
No, it's
yeah,
important that I respond to
no,
your argument
King.
if we're
It's
in
important you
debate.
know what my argument is before you respond to it. Okay, so what I'm saying is they're sentient. They're having a subjective experience. It doesn't just need to be that they can feel pain. That's just part of an experience. They are they're
Wait.
having a subjective experience. You know what I mean by
Okay,
that.
let me fully respond to your argument before you cut me off.
King,
So
King, hang on. This isn't gonna
I understood what you just said.
King.
I'm gonna respond to it.
No, King. Listen to me. If we are not able to have like an honest discussion, I cannot continue because I've got people in my chat thinking you're a troll. I'm not sure. Like, if you don't want to like hear what I've actually got to say, then like we can
Yeah, I
cut it.
just heard you. Are you gonna let me respond? You said it's because they have you believe they're having an experience, correct?
Yes.
Because they're sentient. Okay, let me respond to that.
Yes,
So we
please.
can just move off the pain point because you agree that certain human beings can't even feel pain. So as far as the sentient
Sorry,
thing,
sorry. What? We can what?
since you just so certain human beings can't feel pain, so you
Therefore,
can't
what?
use the whole pain word, huh?
Therefore, what?
So if you combine a multitude of different factors, and you said that the moral, I mean, the reason why animals basically have moral value in terms of we can't kill them for food, and you basically so if you're saying that they need to, well, you just clarified that you think it's about an experience that they're
Yeah,
having.
that's
So
one of the
what's the experience? Wait, how can you prove their experience?
King. One of the main reasons is because they're sentient. There could be other reasons why it would be bad to kill or do something like to them to them. Fuck. Sorry, to do something to them outside of their sentience. That's just one of the main reasons why I think it's bad to kill an animal. Just to be clear, it's not like my one and only reason, but it's my primary reason.
Okay, so let's talk about this sentience thing. So I actually thought when you was talking about sentience, you was mainly talking about because you can see that they react to being hurt or feeling pain basically. But if you're thinking that they have like an actual like an actual soul or something, that's a different thing.
I'm not talking about
So
soul. I'm talking about sentience. It's just they're a subject. They're having a subjective experience. There is somebody in
how,
there. It doesn't need to be a soul.
how do
It's
you know
just.
they? How do you know somebody in there? How do you know they're
Well,
having?
luckily for
How do you,
me, the consensus is that animals are indeed sentient. Like I'm not
wait,
I'm not a solipsist. So I don't believe that I'm the only one having an experience. Are you a solipsist?
uh, I believe other human beings have experiences that are comprehensible. That because I believe human being. I mean, obviously, human beings have souls, which is the main
Oh no, what do you
differentiation.
mean? Obviously they do. What do you mean? What's the argument for that? See, this is the problem.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to fundamentally even be able to have this discussion because you're Bible thumping, and I don't know if I want to have the Bible thumping
And
discussion today.
your Darwin thumping.
Oh yeah,
You're
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're going off the basis that we all came from apes, which is wrong. But anyways, um,
What's
so
the argument for it being wrong? Sorry.
the argument that we didn't come from apes.
The argument that like you know what, we can't have this discussion, can we? Because you're telling me that plants are sentient. You're telling me that humans aren't animals.
Did I ever say plants were sentient? Did I
Well,
ever use
sorry,
that?
plants feel pain. If they feel pain, then they are sentient. You can't feel pain if you're
Um.
not a sentient being.
So
I don't think
what?
we can. King.
Wait. So
No, King. I don't think we can even have this discussion because you don't know what sentience is. I like we are. There's so many layers to this that I can't help you with. I don't know why you came to me with this when like you were confused about like even defending the proposition in the first place. You're saying there's no logic behind it. Like what you're saying here, you've brought up the plant stuff, haven't you? Because you're saying plants feel pain, therefore they are sentient. So that like we're being illogical. Well, I can't.
wait. So sentient. Let me look up. It. So you telling me sentient doesn't mean that you senses basically. That's okay. So hold on.
Sentience, the ability to
Yeah.
perceive. Yeah.
How can you even prove what animals are perceiving?
How
Like,
can
what's your basic?
I'm not
Okay.
like a researcher or anything like that. What they do typically, they believe, from what I understand, that it's the central nervous system that unlocks the capability for an individual to become an individual and have that experience to then, you know, like be seeing things, hearing things, feeling things. That's where the argument's coming from. And that's how they determine it. And then when you get to things like bivalves and everything like that, they've got like ganglia, like nerve ganglia, which isn't like it's like a central nervous system, but not as developed. And the argument is that they aren't sentient because they have that ganglia and not a central nervous system. But yeah, typically it's the central nervous system doing this. But I don't know why you didn't know this, and you're talking to me about vegans being illogical and that plants feeling pain, and it just seems like maybe you should look at this first and then come talk to me later.
I'm gonna respond. I'm looking up something real quick. Hold on. It's gonna take a couple seconds.
Okay. Yeah, someone pointed out something I was going to point out later in the chat, that even if this were the case, the 70 plus billion land animals on this planet, they're also fed crops. So still, this wouldn't even be an argument even if they were suddenly sentient. It'd be more of an imperative to not include animals in the trophic pyramid, causing more resources to be used.
No, so I heard that argument before, and the reason that's a very bad argument is because
Okay.
so going off so I already heard the argument. So basically, vegans claim that.
Wait, hang on. Sorry. I shouldn't have even like said that. Let's just deal with the first one at hand. Okay, we don't want to go that. We want to address this first. Okay, so we want to get to the point where you're saying we're illogical, and you were bringing up plants feeling pain. So let's just deal with that. What were you reading?
Okay, so sentient, able to perceive or feel things.
Yep.
So how would this not apply to the plant example that I just gave?
Then, because they're not feeling. There's no evidence they're feeling pain. They don't have like.
Yes, there is.
Oh my god.
How are they? So okay.
Can you find me any scientific paper that is suggests that is determining that yes, plants are indeed sentient. Just find me one. Not like a little blog article or anything like
that
that.
they feel pain. I mean, that they can feel things in general.
Yes, that they are subject, they are feeling, they are perceiving, they are like. So look, when you look around the world, okay, you are an individual thinking, doing things yourself, okay.
Yeah, I have a soul,
Yeah,
just like you.
no.
That's how we can perceive stuff.
Oh my
Cause,
fucking god,
but
no.
anyways,
Where's the evidence that it's the soul doing that?
the evidence is in the Bible,
Oh
and the
fuck
Bible is
me, I can't,
the Bible is
the
the
Bible.
Bible is. Wait, hold on. Let me make a statement. Hold on. Hold on. Let me
King,
make a
I'm
statement.
so sorry, babe. You're too far gone. I can't do this. I would
Hold on.
recommend you going to perspective
Wait. How's this fair?
philosophy.
Wait, hold on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I fuck it. I can't with the Bible thumper today. I can't do that any longer. Oh my fucking god. No. I can't deal with the Bible shit today. Holy fucking shit. Not on my beloved Pride Month. Oh my fucking god.
A few moments later.
Yes.
Hiya. Okay, we're just gonna see if King will come in. I haven't got your full name on the screen or anything, but do you know that your full name is there?
Okay, we're just gonna see if King will come in.
Oh, it sounds like you're listening to me from the stream and not the meet.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. That's why you
Yeah.
got the delay. Okay, right. Here we go. Okay. King, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got post-mortem here. I'm going to just moderate. I assure you I will try my very best to just keep out of it. How would you like to go about this? Would you like to go about it where you have the proposition that you had before and then post-mortem defends it? Attacks it? What do you want to do?
So previously you cut me off. Somebody, I don't know if it was this person, but somebody made a comment about the plants thing, and I didn't even get a chance to address that. And then you just said, "Okay."
Yeah, King, just to yeah. Well, no.
I prefer if they gave the proposition. I mean, if they defend why they think it's morally wrong to kill animals. I would prefer that.
Postmortem, what do you want to do? Because obviously they came to me with a proposition. What are you interested in doing?
Sure, I actually would like to address all the things that you already mentioned, King, like the thing with the soul and that plants can feel pain. Is that okay with you? We can talk about that?
Well, can I address the argument that I never got a chance to respond to when somebody commented something, I guess, and then she said, "Oh, well, just get back to the other thing." It was something to do with the because I already heard this argument before.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the argument goes, so if like going off, like if we were to say that basically plants, and by the way, senses, wait, let me get the definition for. So basically, sentience. Let me just get the regular. Well, I just looked it up recently. It
Listen,
basically
no,
said
it's
like
not
things
very
that can feel.
complicated.
It basically
Sentience is the
said.
ability to feel. That's it. Just think about that.
Okay,
It's
so
either
plants. So senses, like our five senses, are feelings, correct? One of the senses is feel, the sense of touch, correct?
sure.
Okay, so operating under that, then plants will meet this definition
How
because
can they touch?
because look, because they can feel when they're so
Can they
basically.
touch? Wait, can they touch?
I'm not saying they have like a hand that they can. I'm saying they can feel like just like for example, if it's
Can
cold in a room. Wait.
they
For
touch
example,
things? Can they touch?
if it's cold in a room, you're gonna feel cold, correct? Or
That's not to
if it's
touch.
hot,
That's a different sense.
okay, the sense of feeling they can feel. So if pretty much the whole thing about the communication,
Mm-hmm.
they communicate after they sense that other things are being touched on that's connected to them. For example,
Mm-hmm.
like if you cut grass, the other grass is gonna like they're all gonna feel that the grass is being cut and they're gonna react to it.
You
So
keep using this word
that's
feel.
there.
Why you keep using this word feel? Do you have
I'm
any
not confusing
evidence
it.
that
I'm
they
not
can
confusing it.
feel and
If
not
you
just
can
react?
feel like if I say, for example, let's say I'm in a desert and it's extremely hot.
Yeah.
and I say, man, I feel super hot.
Yeah.
Am I incorrect to say
No, you
I'm
are
feeling hot?
correct, and I'll tell you why.
Okay,
Okay,
so plants can feel.
you asked a question. Let me explain. It is correct for you to say that you can feel heat or cold because all of that is a direct response from your nervous system that then sends neurons to your brain and the brain reacts back. If you don't have the system, it is unequivocally that you cannot feel. Now, you can use the word feel in a different sense. You can say that the plant feels, but what you actually mean that it responds. And that's not the same thing. Responding does not mean sentience. Do you understand?
Um.
Response
So
is not
hold on,
one
hold
of
on,
the
hold on, hold on, hold
senses,
on.
okay? Do you know
So
that? Response is
I
not
have a
one of the
couple.
senses?
I'll have a couple problems with this
Sure.
interpretation. So
It's not
it's
a,
a pro.
yeah, okay, go.
Here, so going off what I could look up the actual definition. It would just interrupt something I'm doing. You want me to just actually? I probably should just do that. Hold on, real quick.
The definition of what? Maybe I know it by heart.
I was gonna go back to sentience.
Sentience is just the ability to feel. You can
I think it
explain
was
it in
something more than that,
more.
but I'm pretty sure I've seen something else. Hold on, let me see.
Well, you can explain it in more words. You can like elaborate on that. So it's the ability to have experiences. Experiences lead to feeling,
Okay, so
and
it
backwards.
didn't
Yeah.
seem like you gave a proper definition. The definition I'm
Yeah.
seeing, it says able to perceive
Yeah.
or feel things. So the
True.
plants reacting, they're able to perceive that
No,
that the grass
they
is being
don't.
cut. So this
King.
fits the
No, no,
definition
no.
of
Wait.
sentient.
You made a concept available to us, and I would like to explain to you why you are wrong. I'm sorry about that. To be able to perceive, you need the senses. You need eyes, the ability to touch, all of those things. You specifically need your neurons going into your brain from your nervous system. If you don't have that, which plants do not have, you're not able to feel. What you're doing, I'm sorry to say, is you're playing a word game. You put a word where it doesn't belong, which is fine when you try to embellish something. But when you are talking about concepts that end up, um, you know, causing you to think that plants can do something that they cannot, then it's problematic. Do you see how? Like it's an embellishment, and that's fine. You know, you can say plants experience, which is fine. But when you say plants feel, then you're just using the word incorrectly or metaphorically. And by the way, I've read so much of studies that people put in front of me when they say that plants feel pain, and none of those studies say that they can. None of those studies claim that plants are sentient. I promise you.
Um, actually, the one I hold on, the source that I provided to
Was that a scientific paper or was that a blog? Or
it
like
has a
a
source. It has a
article?
source. It has a source to. I mean,
Well, can
I've
you
seen
open the
plenty other.
source?
I've seen plenty other articles.
Sure. Can you open the source of the article and search sentience or feel pain and see if we can find like where the scientists who provide this
Wait, hold
paper
on. So
actually
this
say
is
that they can feel pain? Yeah.
wait. So this so what you just did there is trying to find a specific word. Sentience doesn't make sense when it's actually being described what sentience is, because and then you gave a
What do you mean?
definition
Sentience
earlier,
is
which
the ability to feel.
yeah,
You're
I'm saying
claiming
you
that
said you
plants
wait.
can
Hold on.
feel.
Hold on. What I'm saying is you saying, oh, let's see where the scientists say sentience. That doesn't make sense when they're actually describing sentience. Why would they need to say that word? For so
No, they
and
would
plus
say that.
when you gave the definition, you omitted parts of the definition I was just saying. Like for example, able, like I had to bring it up. I had to look up the definition for myself. So able to perceive or feel things,
Yeah.
and that action is being
How
described.
about you search that scientific paper for the word perceive? Or how about you read the actual paper and not just the article and come back to us if you still think that they can feel pain or perceive, whichever.
If they wasn't perceiving it, why would they be reacting?
Sometimes things react. It just happens. And I'm going to tell you that some animals do that as well. They don't have sentience. Like, for instance, sea sponge, right? Sea sponge is like the first basal animal that, well, you don't believe in that stuff, but sea sponge is basically lives on the bottom. It opens its pores. Nutrition goes through. It's an animal because of that, but it cannot perceive. It doesn't have eyes or any organs. So it can't feel pain for sure. Okay, so it doesn't only go from plants to animals. Some animals can't feel pain either, as far as we know, yes? As far as the science tells us. So your point about plants is moot unless you go and read the scientific paper and come back to me and still say, listen, PM, I read the paper and I still think that plants feel pain, and then we go through it, but you just read the article and not the paper. And the article uses all these embellishments because it's a nice story that plants can feel pain, so vegans are wrong, you know? Everybody wants to dog on vegans. That's the reason the article exists, to get clicks. So don't make your decision based on just some journalist writing something. Go to the source, right? The way you go to the Bible, and don't just listen to your preacher.
Okay, so the whole thing about the action is being the action is being described of them. Oh, hold on.
Listen, this is.
Okay. So wait, hold on. Hold on.
Listen, you came to debate, right? It's not
Yeah.
proper. It's not polite to read the sources which you came to debate during the debate. Yes, just come back to us with once you read the source. Yeah, how about that? And let's talk about the soul. I really want to talk about the soul thing.
Wait, hold on. So this is I provided multiple examples. Of the whole thing about. So when I was Ellie, so like I brought up the also what was it, the CIP.
Yeah.
And by the way, you claim I didn't read the source was
sorry to cut in. I think for the benefit, because I think there's a misunderstanding of what sentience is on your part. I think we're not going to get any further with this topic. I think the soul would be really interesting, though. I think we could maybe move there.
I don't think there's a misunderstanding of sentience.
Well, no, because I don't. I think we should move on to the soul, because you were talking about like that being a property that humans have but animals don't have. Would you be interested in talking about that with postmortem? Because I think we've exhausted the plants feel pain topic at this moment. I think we should, for the sake, just move forward.
It don't have to be necessarily feel pain to meet the definition of sentience. They just have to be able to perceive or feel things in general. It doesn't have to be feeling pain.
Yeah.
So,
but can we move on to the soul for now? Can we just put that to bed for a second and just move on to the soul?
And by the way, plants do neither. They don't perceive and they don't feel pain. We know this. This is not.
So that, are you saying they don't feel anything? They just, how are they? So,
as far as we know, yes.
That's why I think consensus. I think this is why I think we should move on from this, because you're saying something quite against the consensus. So can we move on to the soul?
I don't know if it's against the consensus, but sure, we can move on to a different point.
Okay.
But I was gonna ask. So you asked me how I would like to do this. So
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking if we can.
I just want
King, as on the moderator, do not interrupt me right now, okay? Can we move on to the soul? Yes or no?
I mean, I don't want to talk about the soul point. There's other points.
So
The
you
soul thing
don't
was
want to talk about the soul point because that was
well, not
integral.
necessarily right now because I didn't get a chance to respond to other things. So
it's okay though. It's going to keep going backwards and forwards.
I'm not going to go back to the same points on sentience. I will point out a flaw in one argument that somebody mentioned that I never got a chance to respond to. So I think it's fair if I respond to that.
No, there are a few things. Just can we move, because it's going to stick on this topic. Can we just move on to the soul or the things that about like being human, because you were making a distinction between the humans and the soul. Can we move on to there? Yes or no? It's just
we can move on to something else. I had a
okay, so let's move on to the soul topic then. So who wants to begin on the soul topic?
Yeah, I have a few questions, if that's okay, King. About the soul.
I don't think it's fair that I didn't get a chance to respond to something.
Here's what are you responding to?
Because you remember, I don't know if you was in live, whatever she was doing. She said somebody commented.
Yeah, but King, no, King. This is a separate debate. If you're going to bring up things that were said with me, then it's going to mean that I get involved. So let's just leave that in the past, okay? If you have an issue with that, you can deal with that with me another time.
It wasn't.
But yeah, that just for the sake, let's just to keep it linear. Let's move on from that. If you want to talk about it with me at the end or something like that, then possibly.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So
let's stick on this.
Okay. So my question is, I just want to hear the reason for why you think it's morally wrong to kill animals for food.
Sure, no problem. I actually don't mind entertaining this at all. Do you know what a veil of ignorance is?
A what?
A veil of ignorance. I have a thick accent. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sure, I get the concept.
You know what the veil of ignorance is?
Is if you're using a figure of speech, right? Basically, to say that people are ignorant to the fact that that what they're doing is what you think is morally wrong.
No, it's a concept that is was created to see how to create the best, the most just society. So the veil of ignorance proposes that you enter the world ignorant to who you are. And based on criteria, you decide whether you deserve rights or not. So when you enter into the world, for instance, as a Black person in the US, I'm sorry if that's a difficult subject for some reason. But
wait, hold on. I got a problem with that statement. First of all, we're all one race. There's no such thing as Black people or white people. We're all descendants of Adam and Eve. We're all one race. Anyways, you can continue.
Well, sure, we are all one race, but some people have more melanin and other peoples have less melanin.
Yeah, melanin doesn't make you a different race. Having more
sure,
or less melanin.
I didn't say the word race. I don't claim about race. I said a Black man. Is that a good definition for you? A person who has a darker skin rather than
that makes more sense. You can go with that. There's no Black man.
When you enter as that person into a society, then you see what kind of similarities and dissimilarities you have with the rest of society to decide whether somebody gets or doesn't get certain rights. For instance, we are all one race, and whenever we had in the past or still in the present had like disagreements about skin color, meaning people not getting certain rights, well, you said yourself, we are one race. That means all people with darker skin should get the same rights as all people with lighter skin. So let's say you enter the world as a pig, for instance. So let's examine a pig. Why would they deserve or not deserve any rights in our society, which I remind you we're trying to build, and it's supposed to be just. So pigs can experience the life around them. They can feel pain. They can suffer immensely, sometimes more than human beings. They're very smart. They're about as smart as 5-year-olds. So there are certain rights, like basic rights, like the right to life, that they do deserve just based on that, on the fact that they can feel pain. Now, for
Okay,
instance, no,
can I get to
wait,
that? Can I
you
address
asked
that?
me a question, please let me finish. Now, for
Oh,
instance, they do not deserve the right to vote. Although they would benefit from that right, they cannot vote. They won't understand the concept, and they will not be able to perform the task of voting, neither cognitively or conceptually, I guess. So that's my reason.
okay, so you said that pigs have a right to life because they can feel pain, correct?
Sure.
Okay, the problem with that argument is there's literally human beings who can't feel pain. The disease is called CIP, meaning you would basically be saying that humans deserve the right to life over human beings just because they can supposedly feel pain.
Yeah, sure. Well, we can still grant rights.
That's a logical inconsistency.
No, that's not a logical
Are you
inconsistency.
saying
I
are you saying
no,
pigs'
wait,
lives are more
wait.
valuable than human
King,
beings?
please. No, please wait. I want to kill neither. I have to remind you. Even people who don't feel pain, I still want to not kill them and grant them the right to life, because they can experience even if one of their senses is broken. Somebody that comes into the world blind, they still deserve the right to life because they have other senses with which they can experience. So inability to feel pain does not mean that I want to kill them. I want to kill neither. So both deserve the right to life, despite the person that can't feel pain having one of their senses broken. Do you understand, King?
The flaw in your argument is you said pigs deserve they have the right to life because they can feel pain. And
They
this
can feel, they can do other things as well. They can experience with all their senses, and they can experience life, they can see, they can suffer not only from pain. Yes, humans can suffer not only from pain. Pigs are the same in that regard, and that's why they deserve rights. But also, if one of the senses that I'm talking about is broken, that does not necessarily mean that that person, I feel, can be killed for food. They can still
okay,
have
so
some protections for. So it's not inconsistent.
now you're adding stuff. So
What do you
the
mean? I'm
first
not
thing
adding. I'm talking about
no,
sentience.
your
Pain
first
is part of
criteria
sentience.
that you mentioned, and the
Yes.
only one that you mentioned before I started questioning you about it, um, which kind of proved my point that you realize how absurd it is. But
No,
the first and
absolutely not.
only
I'm sorry, your
can I
perception is
finish?
wrong.
Can I finish? The first and
Sure.
only condition you mentioned for why pigs deserve the right to life is because they can feel pain.
That's all you heard. I talked about it a lot. I said that they can experience life,
yeah,
they can
after I started questioning
suffer.
you about it. Yeah, after I started questioning you
What do
about it.
you mean? No, I was talking straight up the entire time. I didn't let you interfere. I said
Yeah,
about all of these things about pigs, that they can experience both
no,
pain.
you added that after I responded.
Okay,
No, I
King.
don't
Which
even
which
think I mentioned the word pain.
Sorry to cut in, but you can't be straw manning people. Like,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure,
well,
man.
you're
Did you
trying
you, you
you're gonna you're acting as if they've said something like in particular, which isn't the full picture. So so don't do that. Like, please just
they
listen.
did. So
No,
the first
King,
before I
right,
responded,
King. Can you right, King? Just to test this, can you explain like what they said?
what they added after
No,
I
no, no, no,
responded.
not added after or anything like that. I mean, they
Okay,
didn't, but
what they
no, no,
originally
no, no,
said
no, no,
before I
don't say
responded.
the original. Just what have they said now?
If I were going off of that, then that would include stuff that they added after I started questioning
You
them.
can't do it without saying this. Like, what have they said?
Yeah, the original point was that pigs deserve the right to life because they can feel pain.
Okay, so post mortem, regardless of whether or not you added that later, what are you actually saying?
I'm actually saying that they can experience life. So that means including that they can feel pain. But
Can't
a
plants
particular,
experience life?
sorry?
Do plants experience? Are they living?
No, they cannot experience. They are living, but that does not include
Okay, so how do you
experience.
know? How do you know pigs are experiencing unlike plants if they're both technically considered
Well,
alive? How do you know a pig is experiencing more than plant
sure.
or
Sure, they meet all the criteria for sentience. Some of the criteria, I don't know all of them by heart, but some of the criteria is having the nervous system and the brain that can interpret the nervous system and
that's
senses.
false. That's false. When I looked up the definition for sentience, it just said basically perceive, being able to
Yeah,
perceive
no,
things
those
and feel things.
yeah. King, those are different things. That's the definition of sentience that does not elaborate how we decide who is or isn't sentient. The sentience itself is the ability to experience, but how is a different question. And we have answers for that. There is a list that we can go and check if a thing, we'll call it a thing, an object, can or cannot have all of those things that will turn someone into a sentient being. One of those things, the ability to experience, is predicated on the fact that we have a nervous system and a brain that can communicate with that nervous system. That's a scientific fact that
Well,
is not elaborated in the dictionary definition. Those are two different categories of
okay. Well,
explanations, okay?
the definition just basically say perceive things and feel things. It doesn't mention anything about a brain or whatever.
Yeah, that's
But
a dictionary definition, King.
okay.
That is different from the criteria of sentience, which is a scientific
Well, if you're gonna use the
list.
word, you should use the word based on the definition and not add stuff to it, really. But
But those are
um,
different things that mean the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say, King. The definition in the dictionary says that it's the ability to perceive and feel, right? How do we do that is the question. And the answer is all of those things: nervous system, brain, certain functions of a body, like the ability to touch, blah, blah, blah. All of those things, it elaborates. It does not contradict the dictionary definition. You understand?
okay, yeah. All right,
Okay.
so let's get back to the
The people who can't feel pain, what is your problem?
okay, so if you were to say the criteria for why something has moral value or they have the right to live, if you were to say the criteria is based on them being able to feel pain, or even if you were to add stuff like you added like being able to perceive life or whatever, um so these people with this disease CIP, you realize they can be in a coma, right, where they can't experience life. They don't experience, I mean, they're just um they're not conscious. You know, people can be unconscious. People.
Yeah.
This same person with this CPI. Well, I mean, what is CI? Wait, hold on. Let me look up the definition.
It doesn't matter. The people who
This
can't feel
person with
pain, that's
the
fine.
CIP, this
Yeah.
disease, they can be in a coma, and they can not meet the criteria that you just laid out for why
Yes.
that someone deserves to live. So the
But it
absurdity with
doesn't
this. Wait,
mean.
can I finish? Can I finish? The
Sure,
absurdity
I'm
with
sorry.
this. The absurdity with this is this will basically make it where pigs have more moral value under your ideology than human beings, just because they can feel pain, unlike these people with CIP, and they're conscious, or you claim that they're conscious or whatever. So, and there's people who can be unconscious. So this would exclude human beings and actually include animals, which is
Not
absolutely ridiculous.
necessarily. I never said that that everybody is excluded if they are not sentient.
No,
What
no,
I'm saying
I'm
that
saying,
no,
I'm
hold
saying
on.
exclude.
Understood. I don't understood what you said. So let me respond, please.
You are saying that they are excluded though, because you said
No,
the
I'm
reason
not.
why pigs deserve the right to live is
Yes,
because
why
it's
they
stuff
should be
you laid
included.
out.
That does not
Pain.
mean that I negate the exclusion. That does not mean that.
No,
That's why I want pigs to be included. That does not mean that I want other people to be excluded from
no.
moral
What I'm saying is
consideration.
what
Yes?
you said with your argument by default excludes people. So if you're saying the reasoning for your argument, the
No,
basis
I'm
for your
saying I'm
argument,
not excluding. Why are you putting words in
yep.
my mouth? Why do
No,
you think that
I'm saying your
excluding
argument
them?
itself, by default, by making the argument that you made, your reasoning would exclude those people by
No,
default.
why are
Because
you saying that? Why you keep saying that when I tell you that I'm not excluding them necessarily? I
no,
might
now
be.
you're contradicting your argument then. Because your
No, I'm
argument,
not.
yes,
If
it is.
I'm
Yes, you
no,
are.
wait,
Because look,
King. No, hold on.
your argument was that the reason why
Yes, my
pigs deserve the
argument
right to
was
life.
my
Your
argument
argument was
was
the
to
reason why
include
the reason why
animals.
pigs deserve the right to live, the right to
Yes,
life, is
yes.
because they can feel pain, and basically you claim that them being sentient basically has something to do with them being able to experience life,
Yes.
and this would omit your argument,
Oh, why?
your
Why?
reasoning.
Why?
Hold
Why
on,
do you think that?
your reasoning. Those people don't qualify. Those human beings don't qualify for your reasoning, which means they wouldn't. Your argument wouldn't work for them, deserving the right to life. So then you would have to ask, why would it? You're contradicting your argument for the pigs, basically.
No,
You're basically saying that that's not the
are you
only.
done,
That's
please?
There's
you're
wait,
basically
wait,
saying
wait,
that's
wait,
not the only.
the point.
wait. There's a lot
Get to the
talking.
point.
There's a lot of talking over. So let's just slow it down a little bit. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's
King,
all right. Yeah.
I'm
Go.
sorry, I apologize.
No, no.
I understood your point. Can I respond, please, King?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, thank you. So I'm arguing why I want pigs to be included in the rights of certain rights that humans already have. It does not mean that I argue to exclude some people. Do you understand the difference between the two? I want to make the circle of inclusion of rights bigger. It doesn't mean that I want to push some people out of the circle. Do you understand?
Okay, so you might not want to do that. I'm saying your reasoning, your argument would do that by default because, and if you were to say, oh, well, I don't want to exclude these people, now you're just contradicting your argument. So you got to find a different argument. Because if you're saying that,
No.
wait, hold on. If you're saying that the reason why pigs deserve the right to live, the right to life, is because they can feel pain and they can experience, you claim they can experience the world or whatever. There's human beings, people who are in comas, people who, are unconscious, people with this CIP disease. They can have all of these things at one time. They wouldn't meet your definition. So even if
You
you
know
were to
what?
say,
Yeah.
so basically, let me just put it like this. I already said it, but I'll just reiterate it.
Yeah, but that's why
So
I'm trying to stop you, because I understood what
okay,
you're saying. And you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet for you. I'm going to say people that have no longer any experience, they no longer have a functioning nervous system or a functioning brain, they can no longer feel pain or anything else or cannot experience. They are no longer sentient, and that's why they themselves don't deserve the rights that pigs do. Okay, I beat the bullet.
okay.
What's the problem with
At
that?
least you've been consistent now. At least you've been consistent.
So,
All
what's
right.
the
So
problem with it?
what's the problem with
Yeah, what's the
pigs
problem with
having
it?
what's the problem with pigs having more rights than human beings? Is that what you asking?
These specific human beings. Yes. What's the problem?
If you don't see, all right. So the problem with it
No,
is,
no, no. Don't go
okay,
into this
okay.
if you don't see.
Look. The problem,
Explain it.
okay.
Why? What's the
The
problem with
problem,
it?
okay, yeah. The problem with it is, it's very evil, very immoral to even imply that an animal have more
Why?
moral rights than a human
Can
Why?
being.
What's the problem?
Can I just cut in? Sorry, I'm just a bit worried, King. When you asked the question about pigs having more rights than humans, do you understand that postmortem is talking about in this specific context where the human's not sentient?
Yeah, she said.
Yeah, because I was just worried the way you framed it. You were like humans, without any.
Humans. Yeah, humans, because they are humans. It's not like they're not humans.
So no,
just 'cause they have
this is what I was worried about. Just can postmortem, can you maybe elaborate further, because I was worried
Yeah, I
that
get
it's
it.
taking you
They're
out
talking
of
about these
context.
specific. They're talking about these specific
Okay.
humans.
All right. Sorry to
Yeah,
cut
they
in.
got it.
Just
Yeah,
cool,
they're
cool.
still humans though, so it's not wrong for me to say humans
What's the
because just because they
problem?
have they have this disease or whatever doesn't mean they're not humans. So I can still say humans. Anyways,
people that have the specific disease. Hold on, people that have the specific
yeah,
disease
human
precludes
beings,
them
they're
from
still
feeling
humans.
pain. They are not sentient. It's just one thing that is broken in their specific system, and they can perceive other things.
Well, they wouldn't meet
Right.
the criteria that you laid out for why
Just the
pigs
one
deserve the right to life.
criterion that they do not have for sentience. They do have the rest of the criteria for sentience, and that's why they are included. What we're talking about is people who no longer have sentience, that are completely brain dead and cannot experience life and cannot have any senses, including pain. Those people, in my opinion, have less rights than pigs. Tell me why that's problematic, please.
Yeah, it's problematic because, firstly, it's wrong and it's evil. So it's wrong and evil. That's the
Sorry,
problem with it.
evil? Why? Why is it evil?
Because human beings have actual. First of all, we're created in the image of God. We actually, by
So
default,
we do want
have
to talk about
more.
soul and created in an image of God, yeah? We'll move on to
Yeah,
that next, please.
sure. Because,
Excellent.
so yeah, so it's just flat out evil and absurd to even
Why is it absurd?
to even suggest that animals have more rights or should have more rights than human beings.
So why is
First
it
of all, it doesn't
absurd
make
based on the
sense.
Bible?
When you say based on so basically when you say based on the Bible, what you're really saying is
Wait,
based on the
you
truth.
promised us that without the Bible you can dismantle all of our logical entailments. So please dismantle this without the Bible. Why is it absurd without the
When did I
Bible
say
and
that?
the soul and the image of God?
When did I say? I
You said
said,
that. You know
when
what?
did I
Yeah,
say
you
it?
said that not in this debate. You said it in a previous debate, so that's fine. So, so it's evil and absurd because we are created in the image of God and we have souls. Yes.
Pretty much that, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, pretty much because we actually. So first of all, it's just wrong.
Why? Why is
It's
it
just a
wrong?
wrong statement
No, hold on. You're saying the word, but you're not explaining why. Why is it wrong? What are the criteria for it being wrong for this specific human to have less rights?
because human beings actually do have more moral value than
Why?
anything else on the planet
Why?
Earth
Why?
because we're created in the image of God
Okay, so let's move on to that.
and we
Let's
have
move on
souls.
to the soul in the image of God. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just before we move on, actually, do you have any other reasoning other than created in the image of God?
Created in the image of God, we have more moral value because
Why? Why
we
we
have
have more
God
moral
given
value? Because we're created in the image of God, right? So it's a
we
bit
have
circular.
God
Okay.
given moral
So
value because God said
all right.
don't he forbid us from killing human beings and he didn't
What do you
forbid us
mean?
from killing
He
animals.
commanded us to kill many human beings in the Bible.
What? No,
God commanded
no
us
no
to
no
kill
no no
many
no
human
no.
beings in the
So
Bible, right?
you gotta understand. So you gotta understand. I think you're referring to stuff like, for example, what other people who were immoral did in the Bible, and the Bible just
No, no,
describes that.
no. The chosen people in the Bible were commanded to go and kill other people in the neighboring areas, sometimes because they were bad, sometimes because they wanted slaves, sometimes for other reasons. There are many instances in the Bible where God commanded the chosen people to go and kill the surrounding neighboring villages and cities, right? Like Sodom and Gomorrah, for instance, right? It's
No,
the
wait, hold on. Sodom and Gomorrah, God destroyed that. And by the way, there's
No,
actually
he
found
sent
genocide.
his people to destroy that. He did not do it
False,
himself,
false,
right?
false. No, no.
But also,
God,
God
wait, hold on, hold
himself
on, hold on, hold
killed
on, hold on,
many
hold on,
people,
hold on,
right?
hold on, hold on, hold on. That's false. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah by God destroyed, not other human beings. And actually, they got evidence
No,
for this
he
too.
sent the chosen. No, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
No,
You
no,
should
no,
read
no,
your
no. God
Bible
destroyed it.
more.
Okay,
He
let
sent
me
the
go to
chosen.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
hold on now, please. He sent the chosen people to kill the people in Sodom and Gomorrah. And he said, kill every man, woman, and child and beast, right? Except for the unbridled virginal girls or whatever. I don't remember the exact exactly what he said. Those you can take as wives and shit. He sent the people, his chosen people, the Israelites, to kill all the people in Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? So according to God, it's okay to kill some humans, and soul doesn't preclude you from that. Am I using the right word, preclude? Somebody help.
Yeah, I think you are.
King? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
King?
Well, so now I got to go to the actual. So first of all, God.
Yeah, go to
destroyed
Sodom and
Sodom
Gomorrah in Greek.
now I got to go to the actual verse because you're misunderstanding.
Which version are you reading? The King Bible? I want to open it as well. The King James, right? I heard you quote the King James before.
Did I quote King? I think I.
Yeah,
I'm
the
using
broken language was definitely King James. The rest of them don't speak like that.
Wait, hold on. Now I got to find the actual verse.
Yeah, tell me what
I know for
your
sure.
version is.
Huh?
Tell me what your Bible version is, because they all say different things, right?
I'm using the app. It's the ESV version.
Which one? EEV?
The ESV version. You can. I mean, you could go to the King James. I mean, they basically say the same thing.
No,
Anyways,
King James sucks.
Huh?
King James sucks. It's a terrible version. I'm sorry to say about your Bible such a thing, but it is.
So let me hold on. Let me.
Damn it. No, but listen, I don't understand why you have to go look in the Bible to. Don't you know the Sodom and Gomorrah story?
Yes, I do, and I keep telling you.
You don't know that
I keep telling you that God destroyed it. He rained sulfur balls.
No, that's
or
not
hell
true. I'm
onto
sorry.
it.
No, you're talking about the Exodus. You're not talking
No,
about
no,
Sodom
no,
and
no.
Gomorrah,
You're
right?
mistaken. So this is why I got to get the
I'm
actual
mistaken.
verse.
All right.
Yeah. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and I actually got evidence for this too. Guy named Ron
Hold
White.
on.
He did.
I'm
Guy named
very
Ron White.
sure that I'm right. I'm very
No,
sure.
Let me hold on. Let me go.
Yeah.
I gotta find
Go
the verse.
search it. I'm gonna go search it as well. Adam. Sorry, it's dead air. Damn.
Okay, I think I'm about to go to it right now. I think it's Genesis 19:24. Hold on. Let me go to it. Genesis 19:24. Okay, so okay. Okay, so I found it. So it's 19. It's Genesis 19:24. Then the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah sulfur and fire from the Lord out of heaven. So yes, God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Let me hold on. $24.
And also, I would like to point out that was really, I would describe that as being,
Yeah.
I would describe that as being evil. What you just did, misquoting the Bible to try to prove your point, or I mean, well, you didn't quote it.
Wait.
You
Okay,
made
so
a
I made a
claim.
mistake on Sodom and Gomorrah, but
Yeah, you made a
definitely
claim
said,
about the Bible that was false.
I'll take the mistake.
Okay,
He
yeah.
destroyed. God destroyed. But he sends Israelites to kill. But hold on.
Wait,
It
how can I
doesn't
trust
even
anything you
matter.
say now? Wait, hold on. How can I trust anything you say about the Bible
Well,
now?
hang on,
'Cause
King.
Yeah,
King,
yeah,
wait,
yeah. I'm asking
wait, King. So post-mortem is admitting that they misspoke and misunderstood. Okay,
yeah,
we're
there's a
gonna
problem
move.
with that.
Yeah, well,
The problem,
no,
the problem with that is why
King.
would I
This
take?
isn't a discussion about this. Okay, we're gonna keep it on topic. We're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna just carry
Wait,
on.
hold on.
No.
Okay, can you?
Post-mortem had a
I think you're being very biased. Can you?
yeah, no, King.
Listen
No,
to what I'm
it's
saying.
just because I can't. This is they've admitted their error, and you're
Yeah,
just
I've
holding
admitted
on
my
to
error.
it. So let's move forward.
Wait, can I
I
make
don't
a
know.
quick
I don't
comment
care if
and then
it's
we can move
biased
on?
or not. Like we're moving on from the error. They've
Okay,
admitted
yeah.
it.
The problem with the error now, anytime in the future where they bring up the
Of
Bible,
course. Okay.
now we
Well, you
can't
know what
trust
we'll
I'm
it.
not
do.
gonna
You
bring
know
up
what
the
we'll do.
Bible.
If they do bring up the Bible, we'll look at the.
They
We'll look
shouldn't.
at the. No, hang on. If they do, we will look at the script. Okay, we'll look at the scripture. But if
I think
not,
you're being very biased. I think
yeah,
you're being very
no,
biased because
well, yeah,
you're on
because you
Vega's
are
side.
irritating me. I get it, but like, we'll just move on now, okay? From that, so whoever
Yeah,
continues,
the
continue.
problem is anytime they bring up if they shouldn't bring up the Bible in the future because they just
Okay, that's fine. Let's just move. Let's move on.
I'm just gonna bring up what you said, that God killed people in Sodom and
So are you
Gomorrah,
not
right?
going to bring up the Bible anymore because you just falsely said? I mean, you just made a false claim about it.
No, but
So
I'm talking about your claim about the Bible, and we saw that it's right that God killed all the people in Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
yes, he can because he created them, and he's the judge, jury, and executioner. He created.
Sure. So having the soul doesn't preclude you from being killed, right?
It doesn't mean you can't be judged. Well, wait. First of all, wait. Hold on. Here's the difference. I see you trying to make a You're trying to connect this with human beings killing or human beings don't have the right to kill other human beings because we didn't create other human beings. We're not God, and you can't apply this. You can't use this. Try to twist this into helping the whole vegan thing about the animals because animals
Oh,
don't
why
have
not?
moral. Wait, hold on. Animals don't have. God literally gives us permission to kill animals. So the thing is, God, who created everything,
Mm-hmm.
he can destroy his creation because he created it. That's why for example, that's why I'm against abortion because no human beings have the right to decide if another human being gets to live or not.
Sure.
So
King, can you go to Samuel 15 verse
wait,
3?
no. Wait. Okay, so now you can bring it.
You can go there.
Hold on.
There.
I thought we just established that we can't take you seriously. We can't trust you about the Bible because
that's why I'm saying go
you
to
made
the
a false
Bible.
claim about it.
You
made a false claim about it.
That's why I'm saying go to the Bible, King.
No.
Right, King, are you refusing to engage in going to scripture?
No, first of all, please don't be biased. You clearly biased.
I know.
The problem is.
Let me just explain why I'm taking this issue, okay? Like, I understand you are offended by it and everything like that, but are you going to be able to go through the scripture, yes or no?
The problem is
no. Just to answer the question, are you going to be able to go through the scripture?
Can I go to the scripture? Yeah, I can go to the scripture.
Okay, so
Samuel 15.
This person has already demonstrated.
King, this is meta. This is meta. Okay, it's really hard for me not to criticize you when you're going to the meta. Like we'll go to the scripture. Can you go to the verse that Postmortem has referenced, please?
Yes, Samuel 15 verse 3.
Now I know that this. Wait, what? So
go to the Bible. Bible is your source, mate. That's all. I'm sending you to
we've
your
already
source.
We've already established that you.
I can't be trusted. That's why I'm sending you to the Bible. I can't be trusted.
You made a false claim about the Bible. So,
King, are you going to be able to move on from that point or no?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Stop mentioning it then, please. Just let it go. It's all right.
I just got one last thing to say about it.
No. It's all right. You've mentioned it like 4 or 5 times now. Can you go to the verse without making a comment? Because we like Postmortem's not mentioning the meta or anything like that. Can you?
Yeah, I'm saying it's most likely going to be taken out of context because this person has already demonstrated that.
Well, no. To be clear,
I'm asking you to go there.
Well, yeah, you can read out. To be fair to you, you can read out the bit that they're referencing because they can't be trusted. They can't be trusted with the Bible, so you're going to read it out. Yeah?
What's the verse?
Samuel 15, verse 3.
1 Samuel
Yes, 1 Samuel. Sorry.
15, verse 3.
Yeah.
Okay, what about it?
Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not. This is God commanding people to kill other people.
And now, King,
Destroy. Wait, hold on.
King, do you mind reading it out, because postmortem can't be trusted reading the Bible?
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Just if so, you can read it out so it's fair, like precisely what's said, because we can trust you with the Bible. So can you read it out for us? You're muted, by the way, King.
Okay, so 1 Samuel 15, verse 3. Now go and strike Amalek and devote to destruction.
Yeah.
All that they have.
Yeah.
So this doesn't say kill them. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
This doesn't say kill them. This is saying destroy their possessions.
Sorry?
It doesn't say kill anybody in this sentence.
Destroy. Does destroy mean something else?
Okay, let me reread it. Now go and strike Amalek and devote to destruction all that they have. This is talking about their possessions.
I'm sorry, every version I'm reading, it says totally destroy. I don't understand.
I just read to you what it said. This is the ESV version. This is talking about destroying what they have. So this is the problem. You already demonstrated that you don't understand the Bible, and
Sure.
you made an inaccurate claim about it, and now you're going back to it, appealing to something that you don't understand.
So why is it not problematic?
And then you're taking it out of context again, and then you're misinterpreting it again. So why do you keep going back to the Bible?
I'm not gonna go back to
you've already demonstrated that you don't understand.
Yeah. I'm asking now why. I'm asking you. I'm not trying to claim anything. I'm asking you. Why is it okay for God to destroy somebody with the soul, to kill somebody with the soul?
Didn't I already explain this? I'll reiterate it.
No.
God created human beings.
Yeah.
Thus, He has the right to end their life. He created their life. He created this entire universe.
Sure.
He has
so
the
having
right.
a soul.
He as the creator has the right to destroy his creation. And when he does destroy, this is he's also the judge. So wait, did somebody put a time limit on the poll?
No, sorry, it's because I don't have I don't pay for it. Do you think it will last longer than 10 minutes? Or if so, I'll get another link.
No, I don't think so. I think we are coming up.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Sorry, were you finished? So God can destroy people with souls, right? So soul doesn't preclude you from being killed.
No. It's only because God, He's the creator. He created their
souls. It doesn't matter. If you have a soul and you can be killed even by God, then soul doesn't preclude you from being killed.
God judges sin.
That doesn't matter why He does it. The fact that
it does matter. It matters a lot because you can't apply this argument to human beings or animals. Human beings don't.
I'm not trying to apply anything.
Created other human beings.
Please, I'm not trying to apply anything. I'm trying to make a point that just because you have a soul, that doesn't preclude you from getting killed.
It doesn't. Okay, let me.
It doesn't. You talked a lot. Can I please finish my point?
Yeah, I was going to respond to your incorrect statement. It doesn't.
Yeah, I haven't finished
yet. It doesn't
preclude
you. It doesn't preclude you from being judged. And God. And by the way,
I'm talking about killing. I'm sorry. I'm talking about killing. So please talk about killing.
Human beings don't. So our souls is immortal. So technically, He's not putting an end to our soul. He's not really killing our soul. He judges our soul. He sent people to hell.
Hold on, doesn't matter. You have a soul and you can be killed. Your body can be killed, right?
This is a temporary body. The body we have now is.
Why does it matter?
It does matter. It does matter because He's technically he's not bringing it into their existence. He's judging them. The righteous go to heaven.
I'm not talking about ending their existence. I'm talking about killing their body.
It's technically not killing in the same way that you're.
What do you mean?
It's not
it's
so.
Killing their body. The body
because
is not going to exist anymore.
Our souls is internal. Our souls is immortal. That's why. Our souls is going to be here. Our souls is going to be in existence forever. Huh?
I'm talking about killing the body, not the soul. The body is not going to be
No,
existing
human beings.
anymore. The soul is not going to be in there.
See, this
so
is
it's
this
okay
is the
to
difference
kill
with human
somebody with the
beings.
soul, right?
This is the difference with human beings. Technically, we don't. Our life don't technically come to an end.
I understand. No, I'm
This
talking
is
about the
why I
body.
made the
Wait,
distinction
wait,
with
wait,
animals.
wait, wait,
I don't
wait.
give a shit. I'm talking about the body.
Everyone's talking over each other. I'm hearing we're just talking
I'm
about
sorry.
the killing of the body. Can you respond to that, King?
Killing of the body.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Postmortem's been saying like maybe 5 times now. The killing of the body.
So our body is. We're not our body. So human beings are our souls.
Doesn't
That's what
matter.
makes
I'm
us
talking
human beings.
about the killing of the body. So the soul
Why
is
would
in
the
the
body
body,
be
right?
relevant if I'm still alive?
The soul is in the body, right?
We are ourselves.
I don't give a
Our
shit.
body is
I'm talking about the
okay.
body.
So our body is basically like clothes. Basically, this is a temporary
So it's okay for me to
place where
kill
our
you?
soul dwells. This is a temporary dwelling for our soul.
Sure. If it's temporary,
It's
can I
basically
kill
like
you?
clothes for human beings, not for animals because animals don't have souls. But
Then why
anyways, for
can't
human
you?
beings,
No, hold on, King. Why can't I undress you from your body? Why can't I do that? Because you have a soul, right? So it's circular. You have a
what?
soul, so I can't kill you. And I can't kill you because you have a soul. But we just witnessed that God can kill you despite you having a soul.
That's
And
not
I'm talking
killing.
about the
That's not
killing
killing.
of the
That's
body.
judging. Yeah, that's not killing. That's judging.
No,
A
that's
creator.
actually
Wait.
literally killing.
First of
You're
all,
gonna lose
here
your body.
let me hold on. First off, a creator, as the creator of something, they have the right to destroy their creation. And
Excellent. So
God,
you
wait,
can
hold
be
on. Let me
killed
finish.
if you don't have a soul, right?
Let me finish.
Sorry.
And God destroying God so God destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, or killing people, or I wouldn't even we shouldn't even say kill in terms of this, because God is creator. He
Yeah.
can bring his creation to an end. He can end his creation. Human
Sure.
beings technically don't die necessarily. Our
What do
souls
you mean?
are
The body die, right?
our souls are immortal. So we're
Sure.
gonna be in existence forever, either in heaven or hell. So human beings don't. You can't permanently kill a human being, basically.
Okay, so
That's
Postmortem,
perfectly correct.
if you just respond to that, and I'll ask you
Really
to a
quickly.
final question, and then if you guys want to finish it, there is someone else who wants to debate you, King. Would you be up for that?
Sure. I don't got all day. Yo.
Okay, yeah,
You gonna start it?
that's
You gonna start another one?
yeah. If you're up for it, they'll immediately afterwards.
And I also want to address the plant thing.
Yeah, okay. Wait,
I
no,
never got a
hang on.
chance to address.
Yeah, okay, we can do that after we've got limited time. So if Postmortem responds, and then I can just ask the final question, and then I'll open up a new one for you to talk to Ruxter. Yeah? So Postmortem, did you want to respond?
Sure. So it doesn't matter that the soul is internal. What I'm talking about is that meat that soul resides in, that God put the soul in. So it's the meat that I'm talking about that is killing. I know the soul is internal in your mind. That's fine. But we are here right now for 70, 80, 100 years in this meat body. And I'm asking if it's okay to kill this meat body. You claim no, because it has a soul, because it was created in God's image. But then we say that God can kill this body, this meat body that the soul presides in. So the soul doesn't preclude you from being killed. Yes?
It would be inaccurate to claim God kills people because he judges them.
Okay, so
wait, hold on.
Sorry,
Here's the whole
sorry,
thing.
we got limited.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
hold on.
The
We're gonna move
thing
on,
is
thank
literally
you.
going to stop. So I just need to
Wait.
we can we'll have to.
It's been 10 minutes that quick?
Yeah, it's ending in like 3 minutes. It says so.
Okay, let me just say this.
No,
Okay,
King.
So-
Listen, I said Postmortem would respond. I'd ask a question, then we'd have to get on to the next one. Okay. So my question's just going to be for both of you. Do you think it's wrong if you kill the body of a human being? For both of you.
Would you like to respond first, King?
This the question don't even make sense.
So if
What
I
do you mean,
destroy,
kill the
because
body?
we've been talking about destroying the body, that's what Postmortem said, destroying the body, killing the body. Is it wrong to do that to another human being?
Okay, I'll start. Yes.
Yes, thank you. What about you, King?
For human beings to
to destroy the body of another human being, to kill the body, not the soul.
Yes, for human beings to kill other human beings is wrong.
Okay.
But we're not body. We're not. So human beings are our soul. We're not our bodies. Our body is like a suit of
Okay,
clothes
but
that
if I stab somebody and I'm stabbing and destroying the body and they are unresponsive, is it wrong for me to do that?
Yeah, it's wrong for you to hurt any human
Okay,
being.
thank you.
because-
Okay, so that was the question that I was interested in, and thank you. It is going to cut off, so I'll send you another link, King, and Ruxter's going to join, and yeah, we can go further and see what they want to do, and what you would like to do. Is that all right?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Postmortem, for coming on as well.
Yeah, thank you. I
Thank you.
enjoyed it a lot. Thank you, King. You're great.
Thank you.
See you guys in a bit. Bye.
A few minutes later.
Thank you for doing all these debates. Oh, here we go. Right. Ruxter, can you hear us?
Ooh, hold on.
Hello.
Hello?
Do you guys mind if I put you on the screen? Is that all right? Because you've got your video on, so.
Yeah, if you want to.
Hell
That's
yeah,
up to
you've got a beautiful face.
Appreciate that.
Okay, right. So if you want to work out between yourselves what you'd like to do, I'll try not to intervene too much.
Yeah. So I was just listening in the audience, and I heard you make some appeals to religiosity as like the justification for the consumption of animals and such. Is that a correct characterization of your position?
False. I mean, no, it's not correct. I made appeal to truth. So you're phrasing it as religion. My religion is true, so I made appeal to the truth.
Right.
And my religion can be verified. It's scientifically proven to be factual. It's prophetically proven to be factual, meaning prophecies has been fulfilled after thousands of years, etc. So my evidence. I mean, the Bible is proven to be true. Overall. So, and also, I really.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and, also, are you an atheist? Atheist, agnostic.
I'm an agnostic atheist. Yeah.
Okay, so you think you're not religious? Do you appeal to Darwinism?
Hold on. Wait. Let's hold on. You're kind of segueing to something else here because
I'm just asking. Do you?
Wait. Hold on. You made some claims earlier, and I have contentions with those claims. So I want to make sure I get substantiation for those claims before we continue with the dialogue.
Okay, before we even get to that though, I still
wait. Hold on. We're not. That's not going to play. That's not going to work with me. So I asked you a question. Is that okay if we make sure we substantiate the claims that you had made prior? Because you're saying that the Bible is true or that, God is real and all these things, and I contest to that, right? So my question to you is going to be, what's the argument for God's existence? Are you familiar with what an argument looks like? Like a formal argument?
So you're just asking what my reasoning is, right? So
not your reasoning.
My reasoning and my conclusion for why God exists.
Yeah. So like some people will appeal to like the Kalam cosmological arguments. I don't know if you're familiar with that, or like intelligent design or stuff like that. So I'm just asking you, what's the argument for God's existence? Because it seems like that's the thing that you're using to justify your actions. So I'm actually going to contest it.
Justify what actions?
The consumption of animals.
So you're assuming that I consume animals now?
I'm assuming it based on priors from what I was listening to.
I don't think I ever said I consume animals. So
yeah, that's why I said I'm assuming it based on priors. I'm making like a probabilistic assessment based on the things you've said. Are you familiar with that? Like induction or abduction?
So you made an assumption, but it's whatever. So my point is, well, also, I still didn't get a chance in all of these because somebody pointed out, I think she said somebody in the comments said that the whole plant argument, which I never even got a chance to address, about how if plants can feel pain, then it'll be art. I mean, it'll be still a reason for people to go vegan. I never got a chance to address that argument. So the problem with
that's not my claim. So you don't have to address it if you don't want to.
Yeah, I want to because I never got a chance to address it.
Before you do, I'm going to let you. But just before you do, just know that there is a question on the table, and that's the argument for God's existence. But go ahead, you can address that if you want.
All right. So the problem with that argument about the plants feeling pain or being able to feel things or being sentient still being a good argument to go vegan, it wouldn't be a good moral argument at all. And the reason why it wouldn't be a good moral argument is because basically you would say that you're still justifying what you would consider murder. So if you said, for example, if you said it's bad to kill people, but wait, hold on, let me go to my notes real quick. I got it. Sorry, man. Yeah, so when you say it's wrong to kill people, okay, I mean, well, let me just get back to the point. The thing is, like, so say, so you say basically the argument is you're killing less because plants, you think vegans cause less plant death, right? The problem with that is you're still you're justifying the murder of the plants. And if you think murder is wrong for the plants, then you shouldn't be justifying it, right? Do you see the problem with that?
You're asking me?
Saying you're doing less or something. Oh yeah, I had a good analogy. It slipped my mind briefly, but it's basically like saying you think it's wrong to kill people, so you shouldn't kill 5 people, but it's okay. So you think it's wrong to kill people, but it's like the amount is different, right? So you're saying like basically it's more wrong to kill 5 people than it is to kill 1 person, when it's like no, it's evil in general to kill 1 person or 5 people. So saying that you cause less plant deaths is a terrible argument, a terrible moral argument for vegans to use for why people. I mean, why they, for the vegans who oppose the plants, or they try to get the people who bring up the plants to come in to follow their ideology. It's just a bad moral argument. You don't see that?
I mean, I'll address this really quickly because I still have other contentions, but it's not a bad argument given particular stipulations. If you're someone who's like a deontologist who objects to all sorts of like deaths, then yeah, it'd be a terrible reasoning because you'd be subjugated to your own rights violations, right? But if you're like some other normative theory that's out there, like a utilitarian, threshold deontologist, consequentialist, or something like that, then one could actually make the case that it's actually it's moral to consume these plants, despite the fact that they're sentient or something like that.
So if I said that,
did you understand what I said?
To an extent, if I say it's morally wrong to kill people, to kill any human being, it's not. It's either way, it's evil. Whether you're killing 5 people or 10 people,
it depends. Right? It depends on the moral system that you're operating under. Because if you're just going to assume that it's yours, right, then it's going to be trivially true that it's wrong, right? Because you're just assuming that your moral system is the one that's being utilized. But someone else can have a different moral system in which that like just merely killing something simplicator is not wrong, right?
Yeah, I'm going off the argument that's being posed, right? So if vegans say that, oh, we cause less plant deaths, and that's a reason, if you're using that as a moral argument for veganism, it doesn't make sense, because if you think it's wrong to kill plants, and now you're appealing to the people who believe plants feel pain or whatever, you think it's wrong to kill plants, and you're saying you cause less plant death, it doesn't make sense as a moral argument, because if you're appealing to that, then that would mean that you're basically appealing to the
it may not be the case.
You're appealing to the idea that killing plants is wrong.
Wait, it may not be the case that they're saying that it's. So I mean, I'm not going to continue down this venture, but
yeah, can I just say, like, you've now addressed it, but obviously because I'm the moderator, I can't respond right now, King, to the comment that was made. So if Ruxter can now talk about now that you've addressed your contention with that, now can Ruxter address the points that he wants to make, because it's not his argument.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hold to this view, so I don't know why. Like, I mean, I'm entertaining this just to be like cordial, but it's just not something that I hold to this view. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah,
So
I guess I would say that just to reiterate what I said earlier in the dialectic, it's just like, what's like the argument for God's existence? You know, what's
So there are several things that proves that God exists. One of them is you can't have intelligence without
without like a designer. Is that what you're gonna say?
so
Like intelligent
like
designer,
uh
something like that.
no actually my
Okay.
point is intelligence it can't come from nothing, right? So if you go with the Big Bang theory or Darwinism for example, and you think that matter can't create intelligence. That's the thing.
You said
So
so matter can't. So are you appealing to like abiogenesis, where it's like where intelligence is created by like unintelligent like causation or something like that?
you need intelligence to create intelligence. For example,
Okay,
like
okay. So
so what I'm
that's
saying
good.
is basically nothing can't, and that's another thing, nothing can't create everything. I mean, something can't come from nothing. That you see how that doesn't make sense. So if you were operating under the Darwinistic or the Big Bang idea that there was a Big Bang one day and from nothing everything came, that doesn't make sense. Nothing, I mean something, which is what we're this universe, this something can't come from nothing. So it can't be like, nothing created everything. There has to be a creator. There has to be, for example, and we can even
Wait, why can't
use
it
real
be?
world.
Hold on, wait. Why can't it be a naturalistic cause? Why does it have to be a creator?
Can nature create intelligence?
Can it create intelligence? When you say
Yeah, like
can
your
there,
DNA, like
when
your
you, wait,
like
hold
your
on,
genetic code and
one
all
second.
that.
When you say can there, it's a modal expression. So there's no
Well,
logical
I'm really saying they
consequence.
can't. I'm saying it can't. I'm saying
You're
nothing.
saying it
I'm saying
can't.
matter can't create intelligence. Yeah, I'm saying matter can't create
So
intelligence.
you're saying, hold on, just to recapitulate what you're saying. You're saying that there can't be natural processes outside an intelligent designer or something like that could create intelligence. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if I would frame it that way, but basically what I'm saying is matter.
So
Well,
let's
I'm
say
saying the
there's a
intelligence
natural.
has to come from
Hold on one
the,
second. Let's say there's a naturalistic account for why the universe exists, right? And there's no creator behind it. Are you saying that intelligence can't derive from that naturalistic account?
Are you saying like, for example, the Big Bang theory that
Let's say
it
the
was
Big Bang. Let's
okay,
just use the Big Bang, or we can use
okay,
evolution, right? Do
yeah,
you think
yeah, yeah,
evolution
yeah.
and the Big
So
Bang theory
intelligence, yeah, yeah.
can create intelligence?
Not yeah. It's two things though. Not only can something, I
Wait,
mean,
just can you answer yes or no?
something.
Because I don't know what your view is. I'm trying to understand.
It's 2 points to this. So not only can
It's a yes or no question,
some,
my dude.
what's the question?
I'm asking you because you're saying that intelligence can't come from non-intelligence, right? That's what you're saying, right? Yes
Yes,
or no?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. So if I say, hey, I have a naturalistic account for the universe and all of its constituents, right? Like everything that makes up reality, right? Let's say it's the Big Bang, and for like animals and organisms, let's say I go with evolution, right? Whatever. Are you saying that those naturalistic accounts for everything are insufficient to cause like things like intelligence or agency, stuff like that? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it can't cause intelligence. You can't have
Gotcha.
intelligence come out of nothing. And
Okay.
also,
So that's
are you
good.
aware about
Hold on,
genetic
hold on,
code,
hold on. There's a
DNA?
follow-up. There's a follow-up. 1 second, King. There's a follow-up, right? So now if you're saying it can't happen, now I'm going to ask you, all right, under what modality are you referring to? Are you referring to like, is there like a physical law that gets violated when that happens? Is there like a logical violation that
Yeah,
happens?
yeah.
What
The
exactly
problem
do
is,
you mean when you say can't?
the problem is,
It's going
like,
to be a very hard question to answer. I'm just going to let you know in advance.
go ahead and ask it again.
Yeah. So when you say that intelligence, right, or agency can't be derived from these naturalistic causes, right? You're saying can't as in like there's like some type of like logical error, or there's some type of like natural law that gets violated or something like that. When you say can't, so I'm just going to ask you, what do you mean by can't? This is a very hard question to answer because it's actually not apparent as to like if there's like some sort of like nomological or logical violation that happens as a result of this. If you need to think, feel free. It's not an easy question to answer.
I was just looking something up. So
yeah, that's fine.
It's unscientific. That's the problem with it because it's never been demonstrated or shown. Now let me give you some examples.
Wait, hold on, wait, stop, please, stop. So you can't do that. You can't do the whole it hasn't been demonstrated, therefore it's not scientific, or it hasn't been shown, therefore it's not true.
Yeah, but I can demonstrate the creator thing. I can demonstrate that, you know, everything in this world has, for example, everything that exists was created. So I can demonstrate that, but
so
you can't demonstrate
that everything that exists now was created by like a creator God. I want you to give me the case for that.
No, I'm saying I can demonstrate. So basically, you can't demonstrate that intelligence or design came out of, it just popped up like that it came out of nothing. I can demonstrate
you said I can't,
that everything that exists was created.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I mean,
the thing is, it's unscientific. It's unscientific. It's never been done.
Well, hold on. I think the origin, though, that's not necessarily true. But I think the origin of the universe, or the origin of like species in general, I think it's underdetermined because the facts about the universe is consistent with many different theories, right? So when you say that I can't demonstrate it under the theories that I hold to, the same is going to apply to the theories that you hold to, right? There's going to be an underdetermination thesis.
False, because
do you know what? Hold on. Do you know what I mean when I say underdetermined?
I can't demonstrate it.
Do you know what I mean when I say underdetermined?
No. You claim that I can't demonstrate it, and I'm telling you I can. I'm telling you that I can. You can't. You can't demonstrate that things came out of nothing. You're admitting.
Here's why. Here's why. Because there's
but I can demonstrate it. I can tell you right now.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Listen. You're just waiting to respond. Listen to what I'm saying. There's this thing called underdetermination. Do you know what that means?
You said underdetermination?
I study philosophy of science, my dude. So this is something called underdetermination in philosophy of science, when you have facts, physical phenomena in the world that are consistent with many hypotheses, and you don't have a way to determine which hypothesis is preferable over the other, or which one is more likely over the other. There's this thing called underdetermination, right? So what I'm telling you is that like your explanation for the universe, right, all the facts that you appeal to are going to also be consistent with a naturalistic account for the universe, thus creating the underdetermination. Does that make sense?
I don't particularly.
If you don't understand,
I think. But you made a claim. You made a claim that I can't demonstrate what I'm talking about things. So here's the thing: you can't demonstrate that something came from nothing. You can't demonstrate that matter created.
I don't think the theory of Big Bang.
I want to get into the examples.
Hold on. Like so when it comes to the universe, I'm actually like I'm sympathetic to infinitism, right? I don't think there ever was a nothing, right? That's my view. I don't think there ever was a nothing. I don't think there was a state of nothingness and then something came to be. So whenever you say nothing can't come from something can't come from nothing, it's just going to be irrelevant to me because I've never made that appeal, right? All the Big Bang is saying is that like there was I mean, this is going to be a terrible misinterpretation of it, but there's just a point of hyperdense infinitesimal amount of energy that expanded at some point, right? That's all it's saying. Now, it could be the case that point of high dense energy has always persisted ad infinitum, right? That's also possible. So it's not going from a state of nothing to something, right?
Well, in order for something to be infinite, okay. So if you don't appeal to the Big Bang, now I guess I'm gonna address that. But you would still be, you still don't believe in a designer, right? an intelligent
No,
designer?
but and I can
Okay,
explain to you. Wait, hold on. I can explain to you why if you
but
want.
you made a claim.
I can
You
put the burden on
made a
myself
claim that I
if you
never got
want.
a chance to address. You just keep adding stuff. You made a claim that I never got to address. You said I can't demonstrate what I was talking about things needing to have a creator. I mean, about everything in the world having a creation.
So so what
Everything
I'm
that
saying
exists
is
having a creator.
my
No, I
claim.
can't
My
demonstrate it.
claim.
I'm giving you an example.
A
I'm giving you an
king.
example.
My claim is that there's underdetermination. Do you
I'm gonna
remember
give you
when
an
I said
example.
that? Do you remember
No,
that,
I'm
King?
telling you I can't demonstrate it. I'm telling you I can't demonstrate it.
Okay, yeah, please do. If you
For
can,
example,
please do.
I'm assuming you using a laptop or something, or
I am using a
I'll
laptop.
take a TV for example. Just the mere fact that there is a TV, whether you see who put it together or not, is the mere fact that there's a TV lets you know that somebody put that together, that it was put together.
Okay. Okay.
So everything
Right.
that everything that exists is proof of a creator,
So
including and then
here's
us human beings in the universe will have to fall under that. As far as things that's observed, that's
so here's
scientific. And if you were to
here's
say,
what here's can I
if you
respond to
were to
what you're
say
saying?
that,
Because there's already an error with what you're saying. Am I able to respond?
well, let me just finish. If you were to say that that nothing, or
I'm being negative.
if you were to say that matter created everything, that wouldn't make sense, because you need in order for us to have something, you need the creator. Things don't create itself. That's an unscientific claim, to claim that that basically matter created everything and that there wasn't a creator. That's unscientific. It hasn't been observed happening ever. Have you ever seen things just pop into existence? A TV just pop up
That's
out of
not
nowhere?
my view, so it's irrelevant for you to say that. It's just not my view.
Wait, so if it's not your view, then you would have to. I think it is your view, because you don't believe in a creator, a designer, right? So it is your view.
I don't create a designer, and I can explain to you why.
Yeah, if you don't believe in a creator or a designer, then that would be your view.
Would you like me to explain to you why?
I don't get how that wouldn't be your view if you don't believe in a creator or designer. That
Well, if I think the universe
you
has
don't
always
believe things are
existed,
created.
wait, hold on, King. If I think the universe has always existed, then nothing pops into existence. Everything has always existed.
This universe?
Yes, this universe, the one that we're living in right now.
So are you? So you think this? You think Earth is?
I'm in
Wait. So you think Earth is it's always existed? Planet Earth always existed, or did it
the formation? So the formation of Earth hasn't always existed, but all of its constituents has always existed in this universe. Do you know what I mean by constituents?
You mean like all of its parts?
Yes.
Or the things,
exactly.
that need,
yeah.
the things that
you
need
said it
or
right.
needed to make it?
Yeah, you said
Okay,
it
so
correctly. Yes, all of its
So
parts.
who put the parts together? Who put the parts together? Doesn't there need to be,
Who
for example,
put the
if I have
parts
all the parts of
together? Wait, stop. Okay,
does
hold
it
on.
wait, no.
You said
I'm gonna give you an
who?
analogy. If I have all
Hold
the
on,
parts to
my
a
dude,
TV.
my dude,
Wait, hold on.
my dude, you're
Hold on,
just
hold on,
like
hold on.
King,
If I have all the parts for a TV,
King.
Hold on.
Yeah, just let
Hold
Ruxter
on.
talk just for a second.
Just slow down, King. Slow down. Are you asking me who put the Earth together? Is that what you're asking?
what I'm saying is, so
Are you
an analogy
asking
would
me?
be, if I had all the parts to the TV.
King, hold on. Are you asking me who put the Earth together? It's so funny because like you have this radar in your brain, and you're just like, oh shit, he's asking me this question, and I know he can kind of like wreck me on this question, so I have to kind of like divert to something else, right? But I'm not the person to lose track that easy. So are you asking me
Okay.
who put the Earth together? Is that the question you're asking me? Yes or no?
If you're saying that there was parts and the Earth wasn't always here, and you said, oh, you saying it's contiguous,
Its constituents always existed. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's never been any.
Are you asking me who put the Earth together?
Yeah. Wouldn't there need to be an intelligence putting the parts together, or the parts just?
Does there have to be? No, it could be nomological laws in play that put it together. Do you know what I mean by nomological?
What kind of laws are you mean, like gravity and stuff?
Like natural laws. There could be natural laws and forces.
Where did gravity come from? In order to have laws, you need that. In order to have laws, you need somebody to make the laws. Laws don't make themselves.
No, laws are just consistent observations that we have in the universe.
And have you ever observed parts putting themselves together?
That's irrelevant. I don't have to.
No, it is relevant. It is relevant.
No, it's
Because you're
not.
saying the parts for Earth
No.
always existed, and you haven't observed parts
Wait,
putting themselves
dude.
together.
Did you not
look-
understand what I said? You don't
I
need
think
you
you're
don't
not
need a hold on.
understanding why-
You don't
I
need a
think you're not
creator. You don't
understanding
need
why I
an hold on. You don't need an intelligent designer for the formation of planets, right? You can just have natural laws that are always in place, right? Like it's just characteristics of the universe, right? And as time
Where
goes
does the
on,
natural laws? Where did the laws come from?
hold on, as time, where the natural laws come from, they're just necessary. You know what I mean by
law,
you know what I mean by necessary?
So the laws came out of nothing? Is that what you're saying?
No, they're just an essential feature of the universe.
Who put the?
So to
in
ask
order for
me
you to have a
to
law,
ask
you
me
need,
where
you
they
need, you
came
need
from.
a
Hold on.
lawmaker.
King.
In order to make a law,
One second. I want you to understand, but you're just hold on. To ask me where they came from is incoherent because it's an essential feature. It doesn't have an explanation. It's just that's just what it is, right? It's necessary. Do you know what I mean by necessary?
you mean it's needed, right? The point, but
Well, I
the
mean,
point is,
kind of like it's needed, but like it's like logically entailed by the existence of our universe that there's going to be
just like intelligence.
natural laws, right?
Intelligence.
It's something that's predicated on what a universe is.
Okay, yeah, just like intelligence. Intelligence is logically entailed by you need. In order to have intelligence, you need intelligence. Intelligence can't come from unintelligence, from
Okay,
ignorance.
so then
But-
the question
but
I
getting
asked for
back
you.
to the
Hold on,
parts-
wait. You made a big claim here. The question I asked for you is
I never
what's
got a
the
chance to address the parts.
Hold
claim.
on. Wait. You made a claim though. Wait. Don't continue. As soon as there's something that's contentious and I disagree with, I'm not going to have you finish because it's just going to be a waste of both of our times. So I'm going to ask you, King, since you're saying intelligence can't come from non-intelligence, what's the contradiction that's entailed by intelligence coming from non-intelligence? Or what's the nomological law that gets violated when that happens? If you can't answer that question, then I wouldn't make that claim if I were you.
I'm going off of science, things that's observed.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if you're
unscientific.
If you're
That's
going
what I'm
based
saying.
on science, I'll give you a little science. Hold on, let's do this. There's these things called abductive heuristics, right? And when we're comparing theories, right? There's these things that we can appeal to that make one theory more preferable over the other. They're called theoretical virtues, right? So for me, I'm going to have a naturalistic account for the universe, right? For you, you're going to say there's a creator designer for the universe, right? And intelligence and all those sort of things, right? Now let's just say that we don't have arguments for either side, and let's just say there's no evidence for either side. There's this thing that we can appeal to.
We do have arguments from our side, though.
Hold on, but your arguments are highly contestable, and your premise there's going to be
No. We have arguments.
your
from our
premises
side.
are. Hold on, just wait.
And I've already proved. I've already
Just
provided
wait, King.
examples.
Just wait.
You keep
Just
saying
wait.
that.
Wait, just King. Just wait. And so these theoretical virtues we can appeal to. So these things called like simplicity, Occam's razor, you've probably heard of it. There's like consistency, right? Things like that. So purely going off of abductive heuristics, I can just say that my naturalistic account for the universe is more probable than yours because I have less ontology on my explanation. I don't have to posit a God that's all powerful, that can do yada, 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 right? I don't have to inflate my ontology by assuming that. I can just assume that there are just natural laws in place that dictate how the universe is going to run. And now with respect to ontological economy, my theory is more virtuous than yours, meaning it's more likely to be the case. And there you go.
No.
By probabilistic assessment, mine is more probable than yours. You're just saying no, but you didn't even understand what I just said. You're just saying no. So if you disagree, wait, King, if you disagree, right, then convince me that your position is more ontologically economical than mine. Go ahead.
So you mentioned consistency, and basically what science is observing what happens in the universe, observing what's around you. My worldview relating to the origin of the universe, there's facts that can be observed that, and your side, if you're operating under the assumption that there's no creator, it's unscientific because it can't be observed that things created itself. Nothing in this universe, nobody has ever observed things creating itself. But
you
like
don't
what
you don't
you
have to
like what
you
you
don't have
mentioned with
to observe
huh?
you don't have to observe
Then
you don't have
that
to
means your
observe the
argument is
phenomenon.
unscientific.
So when hold on
That
King,
means it's
do
unscientific.
you believe in electrons, protons, and neutrons and things like that?
That means it's in terms of
Hold
like
on. Do you believe in those things? Do you think those things are actually real? Oh my God! If you're thinking about this question, I have a lot of concerns.
You're muted, by the way, King.
Well, I'm just gonna continue.
Yeah.
Like when we discovered like those subatomic particles, we weren't actually able to to actually observe them, right? We just saw how we just made like predictions based on how we think they would operate, and then when those predictions came true, we said, okay, so there must be these subatomic particles. And that's how a lot of theories.
So
operate.
you observed them coming true. You observed them coming true, correct?
Hold on. We observed particular phenomena, but we didn't observe them simpliciter. Do you know what I mean when I say that? There was a predictive expectation.
So did you observe them coming true or not? You say you observed them coming true.
Hold on. Hold on, King. There was a predictive expectation based on some type of hypotheses. We tested the hypotheses, and we found that the observation that we have is consistent with this hypothesis, right? But we never actually observed these subatomic particles. Did you know that? So your criterion,
okay,
that is, we have to observe the phenomenon in question, isn't a necessary criterion when it comes to theory formation. It's not.
Wait, I'm confused on this. You said electrons and neutrons thing. So you said you observed them coming true. So the observation is there. When have you observed things creating itself out of nothing? When have you observed something created?
See, the fact that you're asking me this question shows me that you didn't understand. You don't have to actually observe. You don't have to observe things coming from nothing. And the problem, and I'm getting so frustrated because I even told you that's not even my view. I'm an infinitist about the universe. I think the universe has always existed. So this notion of something coming from nothing is
but
not
you don't
relevant.
think Earth always existed.
So
So it does apply to you because you don't think Earth always existed.
Up is really annoying. I don't believe
you don't think Earth always existed. So it does apply to you. You think something?
No. But the Earth, hold on, King. The Earth didn't come from nothing though. It has always, its constituents has always existed.
You think this
hypothetical
wait, hold
on. Do you think? Wait. Do you think that you think I hold to the view that something can come from nothing based? King, shut up, please. Do you think that I hold the view that something can come from nothing based on the explanation I gave you?
Why would you tell me to shut up? Why are you being rude?
I'm being rude because you're being obtuse, and I think intentionally so.
When you made the argument about, so you think the parts of Earth was always there. Now you think the parts can put themselves together, which doesn't make sense. Or are you saying it's a certain type of law that can put these parts together? Where did that law come from? You do think nothing came from. You do think something came from nothing because you think the law came from nothing.
You're so foolish. Oh
in order to have a law, you need somebody to make the law.
No.
In order for there to be a law, you need
wait, hold on, King. Do you think hold on, King.
Laws come from
King
intelligence.
Do you think I think that the laws came from nothing? Is that what you're literally saying to me right now?
Laws come from
a law King, I told you, I'm an infinitist about the universe. They've always existed. They didn't come from anything. They've always sustained. Why do you keep saying, oh, so they came from nothing? It's like you're not listening. They've always existed. They have always existed. Wait, I'm gonna keep saying this until it gets beaten into your head. They've always existed. So whenever you tell me, it came from nothing, I'm gonna just go, it's always existed. All right?
That's unscientific though, because you've never observed. There's never been any observation.
You don't have to observe. It's a theory, right? It's
Okay, the
based on,
theory is
wait, hold
wrong.
on. It's a theory based on the
theory is
evidence
wrong.
that's available, right? You don't have
No,
to
the
actually
theory is wrong.
observe it. You don't have to
What
observe
evidence
it.
is available?
What you can
for-
do,
What
you
evidence is
do
available
is
to
you can
support that
posit
theory?
an explanation based on the datum, right? That's a
What evidence
theory,
is
my
available
boy.
to support that theory? Wait, what evidence is
Sorry?
available to support that theory?
What evidence is there to support that theory? There's the things like the laws of conservation of mass and energy. And based on that, right, I can make these sort of inferences that say, well, okay, if mass can't be created or destroyed, then it must always have existed, right? I can make that sort of induction, right? And if mass has always existed and the universe is everything in existence, right, then I can sort of make some sort of I can make a leap and say, well, the universe, it's probably the case that the universe has always existed, given that mass has always existed and has never been created or destroyed. Right?
You talking about like weight?
No, mass or matter.
Matter.
Yeah, matter.
So you think matter always existed?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How
it's always existed. There you go.
Wait. How would intelligence come from that though? How would intelligence come from matter? When have you ever observed matter?
How would intelligence that came from matter? I mean, I'm not exactly sure. There's theories on it. There's things like abiogenesis.
So you don't know. You don't know. But
I
so
don't know.
you admit
Yeah,
that you don't know. But I do know that it's literally impossible because it's never been observed. It's unscientific to claim.
Hold on. See, that's not a good claim. So, King, that's not a good claim to make. Saying that something is possible, saying that something is impossible because it's never been observed is literally, it's like, that's very funny because there's a lot of things that.
No, I'm saying it's unscientific. I'm saying it's unscientific.
King, I've never punched my mom in the face, right? It's never been observed by anybody, but it's definitely possible for me to punch her in the face, right? So it's not necessarily the case that you have to observe something in order for it to for you to determine that it's possible.
No,
right?
The flaw with that example is the flaw with that example. Hold on. The flaw with that example is we can't observe people being capable of doing such things. We can't observe matter creating. We can't observe matter creating intelligence. That's never been done.
But King, let me ask you this:
human beings actually have a genetic code.
King, have you? King,
codes
hold on. But the point is, King. But the point is, have you ever observed me punching my mother in the face? Right? Have you? Yes or no? There's a follow-up, so don't trail into something else. Have you ever seen me punch my mother in the face?
I've seen
answer is
other
no.
human beings.
I'm just going to tell you the answer is no.
You're
the criterion that you have to observe a phenomena in order for it to be possible is false. That falsifies your criterion. That's mic drop. Boom.
No. The problem with your argument there is it's not like you fall outside the definition of a human being. We've seen human beings can punch, given if you have arms and a fist, you can punch something. So that's actually been observed. I don't get why would you try to make a distinction with that? That's been observed. And making claims that also it's just unscientific for matter creating intelligence has never. That's unscientific. It's something that's never been shown.
When you say it's not scientific.
Like for example,
stop. I'm asking for clarification. Chill. When you say it's not scientific, what do you mean? Wait, slow down. When you say it's not scientific, what do you mean? You're just going to keep going on. Just explain, because I don't understand.
So the definition of science is the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation. So it's unscientific via observation, via this definition. It's unscientific because it's never been observed.
So this is a
for example.
Wait.
How many questions are you going to ask before I can actually make a point?
Whenever you say something, I'll answer your question. Whenever you say something false, I know. I do that because
what I said wasn't false.
There's a reason why I do that because
you keep interrupting.
There's a reason why I do that. Hold on, because there's usually a claim that I contest with. So if I already have a disagreement there and you trail on, and I could potentially forget the contention that I have, right? I don't want to waste either our times, and I don't want to waste your time either, because you could be saying this whole entire thing, right, that follows from a faulty premise, right?
Have you ever seen a TV pop out of the dirt? A TV rising out of the ground. Have you ever seen that?
You're not listening, are you?
Have you ever seen a TV pop up out of dirt? Or do you
You're
see,
not,
or do people put TVs together? You don't need to. You don't need to observe the
so
people putting
so
the
for,
TVs
hold on, hold
together.
on,
Wait, hold on,
hold
hold on,
on.
hold on. You don't
Wait,
need to.
wait.
You
You
don't.
asked
You
me a
don't. Wait, hold on,
question.
hold on,
You
hold
asked
on.
me a question. You asked me a
Listen.
question.
Wait. Let me
You asked
make.
me a question. Do
Let
you
me
want the
finish my
answer?
point. Let
Do
me
you
finish
want
my
the
point, sir.
answer?
You don't need to
Yo,
I'm
observe
sorry,
people
King.
this guy.
putting
King,
the TV
sorry,
together.
King. You did ask a
You-
question, so you're gonna
Do
need
you
to
want me to
answer
answer the
it.
question?
Yeah. This.
The question was it was a rhetorical
Well,
question.
no.
But
What?
anyways,
Can you? Well,
um,
so it wasn't actually a question then, no? Not. It was just
so
rhetorical.
it was a rhetorical
Okay.
question. Now, anyway,
This guy.
have you ever seen people have you ever seen people? I mean, so just like the example for your mom, which was a terrible example. You saying, oh, you never observed me
Right.
punching my mom, so you can't say or you said something about the mom. You can't say that that's not uh you can't say that you can't, or whatever your argument was for mom. Now, for the example, so like, hold on. The thing, it's just like a TV, for example. I have a TV in my room right now. I didn't see the people
Mhm.
putting a TV together, but I know people put TVs together. Just like you haven't
Right,
seen,
right,
just like I haven't
and
seen
we
you
can
put.
say that.
Just like,
Hold on,
hold on.
we can say that
Just like
because
you
we
haven't
have
seen.
background
Hold on,
information
hold
on
on, hold on,
TV,
hold on, hold on,
right?
hold on. Just like I haven't seen you punch your mom, I know that human beings are capable of punching other things or people if they
Right,
have the,
right,
arm and a fist, for example. So the
right,
TV
and that's
being in my
because
room,
why?
the TV being in my room is proof for, uh, I mean, based on everything, it's already been observed that people put TVs together. TVs don't just pop out into existence.
I
Same
I agree
applies
with
to this
you.
entire
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
universe. Like, same applies to this entire universe. The fact that I
Is that
exist and I have
so?
intelligence,
Okay,
the fact that
so
I
here's my
exist and I
response to
have
that.
intelligence. Wait,
So,
hold
King,
on.
here's
I'm
my
not done.
response to
The
that.
fact that I
Oh, no, no, no,
exist
no.
and have
I already
intelligence
disagree
is
with
proof
you.
that we have an intelligent creator, because
Here's
intelligence
why
don't
it's
come from
not
nothing
proof.
that's never been observed.
Now, here's why it's not proof. So, typically, when we look at things and we say, "Oh, this thing was designed," it's because we have background information pertaining to, let's say, it's a car. Like we know that there are factories that manufacture cars and such, right? And it's comprised of these different parts, right? It's because we have that background info, and we can compare it to things that are naturally occurring. Let's say like rocks or sands or trees and such like that. Now, in order to say that this universe is naturally occurring, right? In order to do so, you have to compare it. In order to say this this universe is designed, you have to compare it to one that's naturally occurring, right? That's how we determine if something is naturally occurring or designed, right? Is that we have background information pertaining to that. So then I'm going to ask you, like,
Wait, the only universe we
give me an
have is the one
example.
that's the one
Hold on,
that's
hold on. Give me an example of a universe that's naturally occurring so we can compare it to this one that's obviously designed, right? And you're not going to be able to. And the reason why is because you only have one universe. In order for you to dictate whether something is designed or undesigned, you have to do some sort of comparative analysis, right? But you don't have a universe to compare it to. So the fact that you're saying that this universe is designed, right, is underdetermined because it's also consistent with the universe. Hold on, one second. It's also consistent with the hypothesis or the theory that the universe is naturally occurring. Now there's more underdetermination on your view. Do you understand what I mean by that?
I think your argument just doesn't make any sense at all. Here, let me go back to the
Can
definition
you
of science.
hold on.
So
So repeat it back to me. Repeat it back to me, King. What did I just say to you? So I know that you're understanding. Repeat it back to me.
you basically said you think I need an example of another universe to prove that this universe to prove with the stuff we already know in this universe, which doesn't make sense at all.
No,
And the reason it don't make sense is
that's not what I
because
said, King.
science.
That's not what I said, King. So what I'm saying is that when we make adjudications as to what's designed and what's not designed, we compare it with its counterpart. So the reason why I know that this pencil is designed is because I look at things that are undesigned, like rocks, sand, trees, and things like that. And I also have background information to determine that this thing is designed, like this mechanical pencil here. Whereas when it comes to the universe, we don't have that background information. We don't have another universe that we can compare it to say that this one's designed, this one's not designed, and vice versa. And therefore, there's this thing called underdetermination, right? Meaning this universe is consistent with a naturally occurring one, and it's also consistent with a designed one, right? Now there's underdetermination. Hold on. And since there's underdetermination, you need a further methodology in order to adjudicate between the two universes as to which one's naturally occurring and which one's designed. Do you have that said methodology?
You just compared a pencil to a rock. That doesn't make any sense at all.
You
And
the
then
fact
and
that
then
you
you're asking me,
replied like that just tells me you did not even understand what I just said, or
no,
or you
it's
didn't
a
listen.
this is a logical inconsistency. You just
No logical
just compared a pencil
inconsistency
to a
either.
you
There's
just
no
compared a pencil.
contradiction until by what I was saying. Can you, King?
You just
We're gonna
you
keep
just
doing this
compared,
back and forth. Can you repeat to me what I just said to you? Because I'm
I'm repeating
convinced.
I'm
I'm
repeating
convinced you're
the
just waiting to talk. So repeat to me
I'm
what I
repeating
just
the
said to
wrong
you, King.
information.
Go ahead.
Just like you said,
Go ahead.
you said you want to keep cutting me off every time I say something you disagree with or whatever, and I'll let you finish your whole thing. But the whole thing, the pencil analogy didn't make any sense at all. You just compared a pencil to rock, and then you're asking me to compare one universe, the one we're living in, which you know, we already know like scientifically things that are scientific or unscientific, and then you're asking me to compare it to this hypothetical universe, and you compare a pencil to a rock. It doesn't make sense.
Wait, hold on. So
this is
wait,
hypocrisy.
King.
This
So
is
one,
hypocrisy.
wait. So one, I didn't compare. A pencil to a rock, and even if I did, there's no contention with that because a comparison is just to put two things together and show what common traits they have together. So there's nothing weird about it if I did make a comparison. And the second thing I told you was I'm telling you that the reason why that I know this is design and a rock isn't is not because of something they have in common, but it's because of something they don't have in common, right? I'm actually making contrasts. I'm not making comparisons.
Okay,
So,
I get it.
hold on,
So now let me talk.
Wait. There's a further thing.
You said you want to cut me
Wait,
off
King, hold on. There's
when
a
there's
further
something
thing.
that was something
King,
that you
hold on.
disagree with.
There's a further thing.
Now
There's a
you
further
adding
thing.
on. You adding on, bro.
King,
I have a
there's
contention with
further
what
thing.
you just said.
King, there's a further thing.
I have a contention with what you just said.
King,
Did you say
there's
you
a
don't want
further
to
thing.
wait? Hold on.
King,
Then you
there's
say
a
you don't
further
want to
thing.
forget.
King, just hold on.
Which,
Just hold
when you
on.
have
There's a further thing. King, just wait. Slow down. Slow.
Bro,
There's a
you
further
just
thing because
adding
I want to
stuff
make sure
on,
you
bro. Just
understand
let
this.
me respond to
King,
the
just hold on. There's a further
Now
thing.
you've
I
been
want to make sure you
hypocritical.
understand
You've been
this.
hypocritical.
King,
You've been
just
hypocritical.
hold on. I want to
Bro,
make sure
you've
we're
been
both on the same
hypocritical.
page.
Didn't
I
you
want to
say
make sure
earlier
we're
on?
both
Oh,
on the same page.
wait. Hang on, I'm going to intervene. Okay, right.
Look.
Like, hang on. Like, Ruxter just wants to make
Hey,
sure.
didn't he say
King,
early- wait. Didn't
King,
he
no,
say
King,
early on? Please
interrupt
don't be
the
biased.
moderator.
Please
Listen,
don't
no.
be biased.
Listen, the reason I'm letting Ruxter talk is because he wants to make sure you're on the same page and not waste anyone's time. And I agree. I've been sat here for a while. I want to make sure everyone's on the same page. So, Ruxter,
This is extremely biased, bro.
Oh, of course. Can you
This
just
is basically a 2v1.
can you just explain?
This is a handicap match.
King, I'm trying to help you so you are on the same page because there's been
No, you're not because
it's sweet.
No, you're not because you let his
King
you
just
letting his hypocrisy slide.
no.
Don't you remember? I got a
King,
question for you.
King, you don't
you
even
remember when he said,
King, stop. You don't even know if you're on the same page yet, so you can't make that claim. Now stop. Ruxter's just going to make sure you're on the same page. You don't realize I'm helping you,
Yeah,
but I
this is
am helping
2v1.
you right now. So, yeah, sorry, Ruxter, proceed. Just
You're
to
not
make sure.
helping. Yeah.
Oh,
You're not
okay,
helping him.
that's
You're
fine.
helping him.
So
It's a
King,
2v1.
did you understand when I said
It's
that in order to determine that this universe is designed, we have to compare it to another universe that's not designed? Do you understand what I mean by that? Because if you only have one universe, you can't make that adjudication because this universe would also be consistent with one that's naturally occurring.
So
did you understand?
now I think I forgot. Wait, hold on.
Did you understand what I said?
So now you just added more stuff.
I didn't. I said the same thing. I just reworded it so that so you can better understand.
Bro, this is pure hypocrisy, bro. You literally said earlier on that every time you have a contention with something I say, that's why you try to interrupt me. Every time, like if I make one point or a claim or whatever, you have a contention with it, you try to interrupt me. You literally said that earlier on, and now you're not letting me respond when I have a contention to what you say. You just want to keep adding stuff onto it, and then you have your helper.
What's the contention?
You have your helper.
I'm letting you.
You have your
helper.
helper.
King. What's the contention then? I'm helping you now. What's your contention?
Go
for it.
Go ahead.
Oh, no! Oh, after he just
King, get on with it.
After he really
just
stop with the
you're
meta.
wasting the time. Yeah.
Stop.
Come on. What's your contention?
You're not going to
make me forget what I was going.
All right, we'll give you a second.
No,
just
you make me forget.
just say we'll wait just so you can remember. Thank you. Go on.
Okay, go ahead.
I was responding to another contention, but
okay.
I was really interrupted.
Well, okay,
I forgot what the contention was.
Okay, so Ruxter, maybe you could jog his memory.
You see how unfair that is, though. You see
Well,
how unfair that is?
King.
When he had a contention with
King,
what I said,
it's okay.
I'm just
King,
pointing out.
no meta. I'm not interested.
look.
No, King, I'm really not interested in the meta. Okay,
Just- I was gonna say, Ellie, maybe let's let him get it out of his system, and then maybe
no, because he's
get
got
back
a
to
lot out of
dialogue.
his system on me. I've been with him for like 3 hours. Like, I can't. Okay, like, is there anything further? Can you remember the contention, King?
I said something about comparing it to a naturally occurring universe with a
Okay, so
design universe. Do you remember?
Yeah, pure hypocrisy. But anyways, getting back to the I think
Can't
the
help
contention was
yourself.
I actually forgot it. Wait, hold on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, actually
for it.
I forgot it for briefly because you kept on talking.
Yeah,
for like
okay,
2
yeah, you
straight
can't help
minutes.
yourself. Get on with
Well,
it.
okay, so
Come on, that's it. Before you
okay,
forget,
so
come on.
the thing is, the things
It's so hard to
already
answer.
observed.
I know.
Huh?
So hard to answer. I know.
No, it's not hard to answer. It's when you keep on talking for 2
Just-
straight minutes and not letting me respond to the condition.
No.
Just go.
Sorry, no, that's my fault.
Yeah,
Ellie.
go
I
on.
was being
Just
smug.
no,
I was being
everyone.
smug.
If
my bad.
anything other than the contention comes out your mouth, oh, you can lose it. Come on, King, let's go.
All right,
mute.
so getting back to the things in this, so the reason why this example or what you're trying to get me to do don't make sense. You're saying that I need another universe, a hypothetical universe, to prove stuff that we already know in this universe, which doesn't make sense. We know that things don't come out of nothing in this universe. We know that TVs don't just rise out of the dirt. We know that we know that things that we know intelligence comes, even laws. You mentioned laws earlier. All laws have lawmakers. Laws don't just it's just this law just exists. No, there's a maker of the law. The law comes from intelligence itself. There's an intelligent design to the law. Just like laws, for example, United States laws. People make those laws. The laws don't just pop out of nowhere. Even laws relating to nature, there's no they can't come from nothing. Yeah, and you kept on saying, come from nothing. I'm not saying that it's infinite. It don't make sense because there needs to be an origin for it. The laws just exist. You're saying, like, for example, what's the intelligent force behind this law? You're basically saying, so first of all, a law is basically a rule, right? Something that's been put in place. So if something's been put in place, there's a rule to something. What's the intelligence behind that rule? It doesn't make it's another problem. It's basically like saying nothing came from, or basically saying intelligence came from unintelligence, which doesn't make any sense at all. In order for you to have the law, you need intelligence behind the law. How did this rule even form? What's the intelligence? What formed it? What actually formed it? So basically, I don't agree with your claim that I need a random fictional universe to prove what we already know in this universe.
Okay. I tried to write some of the stuff that you said down, and I'm going to show you the contentions that I have. You said the first thing you said, that laws that I noted. I missed some. My dog was barking. You said the laws come from lawmakers. There's legislative laws that come from lawmakers. That comes from legislation. Yeah. That's going to be very different than the laws that sort of govern the universe. It's a different kind of law, right? So that's going to be the first contention that I have with you. And there's an alternative explanation for that, is that the laws have always existed, and you're just saying that it doesn't make any sense. I would need further substantiation to sort of, I don't know, to adjudicate whether or not, like, I don't care if it doesn't make sense to you. I want to know if it's like true.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question.
First contention.
I got a question.
Just,
do you think,
sorry, just hold on to that for just a second, just so you guys know. You've got about 7 minutes left.
Can I ask a question
Yeah,
real quick?
no, that's
Can I ask
fine.
a
That's
question
fine.
real
I
quick?
just need to tell you it's 7 minutes left, okay? But yeah, go for it, King.
Okay, so my question is, in order for something to have form, do you think there needs to be a former?
In order for something to have form, there needs to be a former. I don't see a logical necessity, so I would say no. There's no contradiction.
So for example, let's say you have a like ABC shaped cereal, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You have ABC shaped cereal. They're all formed in a in a way that they form an actual sentence.
Okay.
Would that not indicate intelligence, or you think those things can, basically things that show intelligence can just, happen by themselves?
It's consistent with intelligence, but it's also consistent with natural, like it's also consistent with a naturalistic explanation.
So what
And
about
if it's
things
consistent with both, then there's underdetermination.
What about unnatural shapes? Things that aren't like let me see if I can
Let's say like a car. Are you going to say that
a car is a
a
good
car
example.
can't like naturally occur or something like that?
Things that aren't natural shapes, basically. So I think a car will be. I think that would be a decent example.
I mean, a car is something you wouldn't typically find naturally occurring, but given
Because
like an
it's too
infinite
complex,
number
right?
Sorry.
Because it's too complex, right?
Yeah, the complexity would be a component of it, but I would
And
also
things don't form
hold on. I
themselves.
have to answer the question. I got to answer the question. But I'm also going to say that given enough time, if an infinite number of time progresses and you have all the natural laws occurring, it's possible that a car can form naturally. It's just statistically super high.
It's unscientific because it's never been observed.
No. It's unlikely. It's not
unscientific.
Unscientific.
No.
When you say, hold on, wait one second. It's unscientific of you to say that can't happen. That's unscientific.
Science
Because
is observing,
I'm using scientific heuristics to tell you that it's most likely not going to be the case, right? The chances of it happening are probably like 0.00, like a billion zeros to one, right? But it still could happen given certain conditions are present. It still could happen. Yes.
So under that, so which one would you go with then? Would you go with the thing that has more evidence for it, that's more likely, or the thing that's less likely?
Say that one more time.
I would go with the thing that's more likely. I said I will go with the thing that's more likely. You said it's extremely unlikely. I would go with the thing that's more likely. For example,
I agree with you.
Sorry,
Like,
4 minutes. Sorry,
example,
guys, 4 minutes, by the way. So if we can wrap it up.
No worries.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm agreeing with you is because I gave you abductive heuristics prior in this dialectic. I told you that it's more likely that there's a naturalistic account for the universe's existence because there's less assumptions built into the theory. It's more theoretically virtuous. And that's why it's more likely. And based on your own criteria, you should be adopting my worldview, but you're not for some reason.
No, what I'm saying, so it's more. Well, first of all, it's unscientific that nothing created something.
It's King. It's unscientific to go with the theory that postulates more ontology. It's more scientific to go to the one that has less assumptions. Right? There's this thing called Occam's razor.
So science is
hold on. There's this thing called Occam's razor. Right? It's more reasonable to go with the theory that makes less assumptions, that's less complex. If you inflate your ontology, it makes it less likely to be true. That's why I'm a naturalist when it comes to. That's why I'm a naturalist when it comes to the origins of the universe.
And what I'm going with does have less assumptions. It's not assuming anything. What I'm going with.
Sorry,
you're assuming a God exists.
No.
Sorry to cut in. We've literally, it's gonna like just stop. So my question, just firstly, do you think that you could wrap it up in with 2 final statements? King can go last, to be fair to him, or do you want it to proceed somewhere else like Discord or something? I know you didn't.
I could just wrap it up.
You could wrap it up. Okay, yeah. So Ruxter, if you want to wrap up, and then King, you can have the final word.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say that I don't think I heard an argument for God's existence. That was the kind of thing that I wanted to get initially. You've tried to appeal to the origins of the universe, requiring some sort of intelligent designer. I could even grant that for the sake of discussion. It doesn't mean that it's God who's the one that's responsible for that. But also you're trying to appeal to the intelligent designer argument for the universe, and I said that you need to do a comparative analysis with the universe that's naturally occurring to determine whether or not this one is actually designed. You're incapable of doing so, and I also gave you theoretic abductive heuristics that show that my naturalistic account of the universe is more probable given ontological economy. I have less postulates on my view, making it more probable than yours. It's also consistent with the datum. So And there's also a lot of underdetermination on your view when it comes to the theories or the hypotheses that you formulated, because they're also consistent with naturalistic accounts for all of this phenomenon.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'd like to
Thank
say.
you so much. The call's going to end in under a minute, King, so you can speak to your heart's content until it ends, to be fair to you.
So there was no assumption that I made really, as far as like he said he thinks that it was more probable. Basically, he haven't proved anything about. He haven't provided any evidence about.
Rockstar. No. Yeah, mute. Come on, King. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, I don't think he proved anything. All of his examples were like he provided no reason for the Earth or universe being infinite, and it was tons of logical inconsistencies. Yeah, I think he was just wrong.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sorry, this call's about to end, so I'm sorry to cut you abruptly, but thank you so much, King, for coming on multiple times, and thank you to Ruxter. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Whoa, I timed that. Oh, I timed that perfect. Yo.